Tes mic 1 2 3 1 2 3. Oke, hello guys, welcome back with me Fedelish, your online friend. So ya, ini kita bakal lanjut salah satu VN yang sempat kita mainin ya sebelum waktu itu libur stream, dan storynya lumayan bagus sih yang Corpse Factory ini. Malah menurutku udah bagus banget ini buat kemarin ya, secara prolog I guess. Gak tau prolognya udah kelar apa belum, kayaknya udah deh. Hai Bang, hai Ahmad, welcome to the stream. Ciu Om Ciu. Hey Neil, kamu kenapa mempelajari sampai hal tersebut, Neil? Kamu alien kan? Oh, kita udah bisa skip ya? Kita skip aja ya. Bada welcome to the stream ya Neil ya. Yo pet, mampir beneran doang, aman bro Ramdan. Bada welcome to the stream ya. Kita continue. Agak kencangan nggak suaranya? Kalau aku agak kencangan sih. Lah di alt tab suaranya hilang. Kekecilan nggak suaranya? Aku udah nggak alien hehe. Oh iya udah jadi silver ya. Keren sih pas berubah jadi silver ya. Agak gedean dikit deh. Tahun yang kecilan. Horor ini kategorinya psychological horror sih. Mana sih silver? On my route home, I usually like to trek through the small park close to my apartment, provided the weather is decent. I avoid the park in the morning as a lot of people walk their dogs and I can't raise my allergies flaring up before I reach the office. Oh, dia punya alergi sama anjing ya berarti. In the evening, the park is much emptier. I suppose I finished work a bit earlier than most people. So while everyone else is busy, I can enjoy the fresh air and scenery. Sorry, aduh kocak. Baru lihat game capture belum ganti. Go. Napa item dah? Iya, baru ku ganti. Game horror kak. Psychological horror, bukan horror yang ghost. Ini lebih ke thriller. Padahal welcome to the stream aja ya. In the evening, the park is much blah 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 blah. Sorry. I make my way along the neat, broad dirt path that connects one side of the park to the other. Wooden bench line the path at regular intervals, and at this time of the evening, it's common to see a homeless person or two using a bench as a resting. Oh. The city has more homeless people than the general population will care to admit. Oh, really? I try to not think much of it as I walk by every day. I already know that many people it worse off than I do, but there's not exactly anything I can do to help, right? Will I be giving these people money that I can't afford to spare? Pertanyaan dia agak bener juga sih. Will then I just end up homeless as well? Kalau kalian di posisi ini gimana? Posisi ini. Kayak kalian aja kayak barely punya spare money gitu. Kayak kalian aja sendiri nggak punya uang sisa yang cukup gitu. Tapi ngelihat orang yang kayak gini, mending ngasih atau enggak? Kemarin City menang tuh 4-0 ya, yang lagi sedih gitu kan. Itu pasti yang ngedukung-dukung Madrid ya kan. I'm not exactly broke, but I live month. Timnas juga menang ya, mending slot biar banyakkan dikit. Aduh, kalau menang. I'm not exactly broke, but I live month 2 months on my salary. It's expensive to live on the outskirts. Totonya homelessnya malah buat depo pasti kasih. Of Akihabara, and commuting to Shinjuku every day isn't exactly cheap either. Then you add in electricity bills, phone, food. I mean, I don't eat unless I have to, but I would starve if I didn't buy a meal every other day. I And don't even get me started on the cost of the coffee I drink. Yeah, see. I'm lucky I can score a can for 100 yen, but more often than not I'm paying up to 150 for a single can. Anjir, 1,5, Cok. Even if I were to buy canned coffee in bulk from one of those huge variety stores like Don Coyote, I will still only save a handful of loose change. Infokan link gacor, gak ada. And I wouldn't have access to the familiar selection I get at the convenience store. I'm just thankful that I don't go out for drinks after work like most of my colleagues. If I had to buy a few rounds of beer every week, my bank account would definitely dry up. By avoiding that kind of group outing, not only do I save money, but I'm also not forced to spend more time around people. It's a win-win solution. Realizing I'm trudging along the path at a snail pace, I tell myself to speed up my gait. Toward the exit of the park, the silhouette of two people on a bench come into view. The sound of laughter carries on the wind, and I can't help but feel like I've heard the voice before. As I draw closer, a sinking sensation clutched at my stomach. I immediately get the urge to turn around, but I'm so close at home. Hahaha, it's Noriko. Fancy seeing her here. Oh ya, ini ada dubbingnya, aku lupa. Dan dia dubbingnya Inggris. Tapi kocaknya ini loh. Ini studio barat. Pakai art style barat. Terus pakai dubbing Inggris. Tapi ini loh, apa namanya? Namanya nama Jepang gitu. Ini art style barat sih harusnya masuknya. Noriko's here. Tomo and Shinya. Tomo is glare and flip her long hair behind her ear with a eating grin on her face. Shinya looks kind of out of place outside of the office. His face is filtered, an especially uncomfortable expression. I start to wonder why these two are here. Gak ada subtitle Indo, nggak ada. But then I recall that Tomoe did mention they were going on a date on Friday night. Namanya Shaya. I suppose it's just my bad luck that I will run into them on the way home. So what are they doing here? In Akihabara, I have to assume that Tomoe came here on purpose just to spite me.
On your way home?
On your way home, kadang. How's your date? Nih MC-nya wangi-wangi cuy si Noriko.
We're having a blast.
We're having a
Right,
blast.
Shin?
Like Shin?
Yes.
Shinya.
Of course.
Yes, of course, a great time. I wonder if Tomoe has been dragging Shinya along against his will. Vigo mana Vigo, nggak tahu.
I'll leave you to it.
Okay, well, I'll leave it you to it.
Hey,
Hey, we're gonna grab some chicken.
Why don't you come with us?
Diajakin makan bareng. No, thanks. I can't think of any worse way to spend an evening than eating with Tomoe.
Please come with us, Noriko.
Please come with us, Noriko. Why? Kenapa maksa gitu? Shinya has a dejected look on his face. It's pitiful, but he brought this state on himself. Why should I have to bail him out?
Sorry, I've got things to do tonight.
I've got things to
Are
do.
you sure you're not just avoiding eating? Afraid to gain a bit of fat?
Malah diledekin ya. Are you sure not just avoiding eating? Maksudnya nggak ngindarin makan gitu kan? Takut gemukan gitu kan? I honestly don't know what to say that.
Say, Shin, you ever seen Noriko eat anything?
Station? Yeah, ever seen Noriko eating
Well,
anything?
now that you mention it,
She never seems to eat at the office. Oh,
I eat at home, if that's
okay with you. It's not completely a lie. Ya udah Pet, pamit nggak bisa lama-lama. Besok ngelibur. Oke bro Ramdan, semangat ya. It's not completely a lie. Sometimes I eat at home. Sometimes I don't eat at all. Wow, you don't eat at all? Really?
Come on, come get some chicken with us.
Come on,
You
come
can
get some
throw it
chicken.
back up or whatever afterwards if it makes you feel better.
Oh, ditawarin namanya. Come on. Come get some chicken with us. You can throw it back up or whatever afterwards if it makes you feel better. He's starting to get on my nerve, I swear. He tries to identify my flaw and insecurities just so she can rub them in my face. Banget mainnya, aman Ramdan. Thank you ya udah mampir.
Being very nice to Noriko. Aren't you two supposed to be friends?
Tomoe, you're not being very nice to Noriko. Aren't you two supposed to be friends?
We're besties.
Anjay,
Besties talk
besties.
shit to
We're
each other,
besties.
right,
Besties
Noriko?
talk shit to each other. Right, Noriko?
Right.
Right.
Huh.
Ah, fascinating.
Anyway, I'm going
Going
now.
now. See you
See you
on
on Monday.
Monday.
Okay. See you
Okay,
then.
see you then.
Buzzkill.
Buzzkill,
She's
she's
such
such
a
a drag.
drag.
I let Tomoe's word hang in the air as I walk past her. I'm pretty annoyed that she dragged Shinya all the way here just to taunt me. Is this her idea of a good date? Does she care about Shinya at all? Or is this whole thing just to annoy me? Tomoe dating Shinya doesn't even get under my skin. I don't have feeling for him at all. What does get on my nerve is simply the fact that Tomoe is trying so hard to get on my nerve. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if I could carry on my way home without one final interruption. Tomoe calls out to me
Your friend
again.
Aoi is gonna start work with us on Monday, yeah? How fun! I can't wait to meet a friend of Noriko's.
Your friend Aoi is gonna start work with us on Monday. Oh iya, dia temennya. Yeah, how fun. I can't wait to meet a friend of Noriko's. Pamit juga bang, mau turnamen futsal. Oh, kamu turnamen futsal Jay. Semangat ya. Semoga menang. Nanti berkabar Jay kalau menang ya. Pamerin di sini Jay. Oh, kamu main futsal Jay. I grimace. I suppose Shinya told her about that. I turn back to face them both. Halo bang, halo Tobacco, welcome to the stream.
Don't even think about messing with Aoi. That girl has
Don't
dealt with
even
enough
think
crap
about
at her last
messing
job.
with Aoi. That girl has dealt with enough crap at her last job.
Oh, has she? Maybe big, strong Noriko can
Oh,
protect her
has
now.
she? Maybe big strong Noriko can protect her now.
I'd do anything for her. She's my
Moga
best
hat-trick yo,
friend.
moga hat-trick cuy. I'll do anything for her. She's my best friend. Wow, mukanya cuy. Gila, emang cewek Yandere itu the best ya. The best ya Yandere itu.
If you had any friends of your own, you'd understand what that feels like.
If you had any friends of your own, you will understand what that feels like. What that
Well,
feels.
I got plenty of friends, and only some of them are sluts like you.
Oh, I got plenty of friends. And dia punya beberapa teman, and only some of them are sluts. Like yeah. Padahal dia yang kayak slut ya.
I'm going.
Dari gaya penampilannya. Yeah, I'm going. I finally managed to disengage from the conversation even with Tomoe's mocking laugh piercing the air. I exit the park, cross the road, and walk down the block leading to the apartment. Tomoe, I have to wonder if that girl exists solely to irritate me. I have to tell myself she's not worth my time. I can't let her taunts get to me. Grin and bear it, as they say. That's what stoic, unflinching Noriko would do. Running a hand through my hair, I smile and approach my apartment building. Sebenarnya seru cok main VN gini, nyantai banget. I spent all morning trying unsuccessfully to calm my nerve. Oh dia ke perpus ini. I'm anxious about finding out whether my latest victim has perished. It's afternoon now, so the time written on his photo has passed. If my work was successful, I should know soon enough. I've already set up an obituary news alert on my phone to keep me informed. Gila, se-freak itu ya dia sampai ngemasangin semua news alert. Bang, apakah kamu tahu tragedi 27? Enggak. Instead of sitting at home all day and waiting for my phone to go off, I decided to visit an old favorite hangout. Public libraries don't get the credit they deserve in this age. Halo Bang Fed, halo Hilal, welcome to the stream. Gimana kabarmu Hilal? Public libraries don't get the credit they deserve in this age. They're quiet, calm, soothing. I can sit here for hours for free, and just got lost in different world. Gempa Jogja dulu. I don't know. Soalnya kalau based on tanggal sama bulan doang mah susah banget gak sih? Plus they always carry works by my favorite number. Sometimes the librarians are even kind enough to recommend titles that might fit my taste. Baik bang, mantap Hilal. I don't feel judged here. Nobody looks at me and mocks my clothing or my makeup. Nobody looks at me and asks if I've had enough to eat lately. Nobody make fun of me, that lonely girl in the corner, reading Lovecraft and calmly stroking her hair. Even every so often, I put my book aside and check my phone out of habit. Still no alerts. Have I miscalculated something? Did my latest photo not look convincing or damning enough to inspire suicide or murder? I find myself growing increasingly anxious and impatient.
Cthulhu, huh?
Cthulhu.
You a Lovecraft nerd?
Cthulhu. Bacanya gitu ya harusnya. Karena aku nggak begitu ngikutin Lovecraftian ya. You a Lovecraft nerd? Balik bentar, oke. Neil, hati-hati di jalan. I blink twice and look up at the strange man standing over me. Tuh, si Noriko tuh wangi-wangi, Cok. Gotik-gotik gimana gitu.
Sus.
Sus.
Didn't mean to interrupt.
Didn't mean to
Notice you're
interrupt.
reading Lovecraft.
This you're reading Lovecraft. In Japanese too.
Didn't know this book had been translated.
Didn't know this book has been translated. Yeah.
Yeah.
My English isn't
My
great,
English
so I read
isn't
the
great,
translated
so
version.
I read the translated versions.
That's mad. Do
That's
they
mad. Do they
translate esoteric names?
Esoteric
Can't imagine
names?
Cthulhu being easy to write in kanji.
Can imagine Chulu being easy to write in kanji.
Well, it's
Kenapa
written in
kamu tebako?
katakana, so-
Well, it's written in katakana,
Of
so
course.
of course,
Kojiro.
Kojiro. The man extends a hand, and I can't tell if he wants me to shake it or pass him my book.
What?
Gak apa-apa bang, oke. Gabut aja. Ngobrol-ngobrol lah. Ini main game visual novelnya emang sengaja, Tobacco. Jadi bisa lebih sambil interaktif sama live chat juga jadi. Selain kita ngerasa ngebaca gamenya, nyerap gamenya, kita juga sambil ngobrol-ngobrol gitu. I'm Kojiro, you? Noriko. Kurosawa.
Nice.
Nice, just Kojiro for me. No last name. Call me Koji. You don't have last name?
Used to.
Used to. Lost save. Fire.
I'm
Just
just Kojiro
Kojiro.
now.
Oh, bisa gitu. Bisa gitu. Lost it. Dia kehilangan nama panjangnya. Kok bisa? This guy is weird. His clothes smell like they've been stashed in the back of a closet for a decade or two. Berarti bau ya ininya ya, bajunya. His face is unshaven, and his eyes are scarily clear and focused, despite being masked by a pair of thick glasses. Gana.
Didn't mean to keep you.
Didn't mean to
Sounds
keep
again.
this. What's going on?
I'm looking for
Noble
Noble
Sinclair.
Sinclair.
He
You
around here? Siapa tuh? I mean, I don't know. Ooh.
Who?
Writer guy.
Okay, that book about befriending the dead. Librarian told me to check this shelf.
Sorry, I don't really know.
Sorry, I don't really know. Gana.
No worries. I'll
Okay.
find him.
Apa-apa,
You
aku
look
kan
like the
cari
type who'd
dia.
enjoy his books.
Soalnya katanya muka-muka kita tuh kayak tipe-tipe orang yang ini senang dengan bukunya.
Not to judge you by your cover.
Katanya nggak ngejudge dari penampilannya.
Strong stomach though. Messed up shit.
With a strong stomach though. Mess up shit. As much as I hate to admit it, the stranger has captured my interest. Wait, what?
How messed up are we talking?
How messed up are we talking? Well,
his first book describes dressing up corpses, taking them
Oh.
to dinner. Goal is to not get caught out.
oh.
Mad, right?
Well, his first book described dressing up corpses, ngedandanin ini, mayat, taking them to dinner. What? Okay. Goal is to not get caught. That right?
Like something out of that American movie, Weekend
Oh.
with Bernard.
Like
Or
something
something
out
like
of that American movie, Weekend with Bernard. Something like that.
Second book
Second book goes nuts.
Main
Main character fills school classroom with bodies, all dressed up as a student,
runs lectures
and record them,
records
puts them online.
somewhat live.
Gokil, ceritanya bagus juga ya ceritanya nih, cerita bikinannya. Best part, no one can figure out if these books are fiction. Haha.
Internet says Snowbell Sinclair actually did these things.
Internet says Noble Sinclair actually did this thing. Says he's doing time now, writing this book as a confession. Bisa juga. Interesting. Right? It's the range. Make for a good bedtime reading.
Huh.
You on noise?
You're on noise? You on noise? Well, of course you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You?
You?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Koji. Add
At
me if you
Koji
like.
Koji.
We can
Add
talk
me if
shop.
you like. We can talk
I'm gonna
shop.
find Nobel.
I'm
Wish
gonna
me
find
luck.
Nobel. Wish me luck. Ini game mentil kah? Iya. Ini game psychological horror. Apa namanya, tebak kok. Aku suka sih game-game yang ceritanya kayak gini. And without so much as a glance back at me, the man walks away. Serverku kan juga sering nobar ini ya, psychological horror sama thriller, sama gore. Yang hardcore, yang gore-nya parah banget juga udah pernah. I tried to return to my reading, but that whole conversation just replay back in my head. What a bizarre encounter. Aku suka baca buku, aku suka perpustakaan. Yang benar, Peter. Baru welcome to stream ya, Peter ya. Maybe I'll just head home for today. Being here has helped me calm down, but I am still eagerly anticipating the fate of my victim. Telat gak bang? Enggak dong, Ecclesius. Aman, santai. Apa itu telat? Telat kan? Hei, kamu ngasal ngejudge orang kayak Peter. Tangbirnya nanti tak cabut loh. Besides, I have to admit that I'm growing a little bit hungry. Maybe onigiri, a rice bowl from the convenience store, will tide me over until tomorrow. I gather my things and stand up, letting out a little hoo as I stretch my muscle. As I head toward the sliding door to leave the library, a little alert sound from my phone. This is it. My phone is in my hand in less than a second. The screen unlocked and the obituary page loading before my eyes. Article post online today, 2:39 p.m. Keyword found. 3. Mr. Accident. Numerical date range. 2030. Image data found. Yes. Saturday, May 30. Mr. Eiichi Hanada, 22 years old, of Tokyo Prefecture, was pronounced dead this afternoon at a traffic intersection. 12:02 p.m. Coroner's office reported that Mr. Hanada was involved in a traffic accident. No other casualties have been reported. Mr. Hanada is survived by his fiancée, who wishes to remain anonymous. A funeral service has not yet been arranged. View image attachment. Darren tipsen ya bang, aman. I quickly load the image attachment and can't believe my eyes. The photo is the exact same one that was sent to me through Corpse Girl website. There can be absolutely no doubt that this is my latest victim. I've done it again. Oh, trik dia berhasil ya. My breathing starts to quicken. My cheeks begin to grow hot. I know from experience that if I don't get somewhere private and quickly, I may very well make a fool of myself in public. I quickly glance around the library for a sign pointing to a restroom. As soon as my eyes settle on it, I dash toward it. Swerving between bookshelf and through narrow aisle. There's one door for a unisex bathroom, an unremarkable beige portal. The muscles in my thigh are tightening, and I squirm as I reach for the door. My hand grasps the cool metal handle and press down, only to be met with immovable resistance. It's locked. There's a sign on the door, a notice that I completely ignore in my haste. clothes for cleaning.
Shit.
Shit, katanya. I cursed despite my best effort to keep a low profile. My head turned frantically, looking for somewhere, anywhere, where I can just sit and remain out of sight while my body react erratically to my latest success.
Oh, you busted?
You Boston? This guy again. I
need
to use the restroom. I hope he can't tell that the expression on my face is not one of desperation to use the facilities. On it. To my surprise, Kojiro stride up to the restroom door and began to slam his fist against
Hey,
it.
cleaning
Hey.
time is over.
Clean
Get
time
out of
is
there.
over, get out of there. I hear a panic yelp from within. Kojiro's commanding voice was more than a little intimidating. Within seconds, a terrified old woman emerged. She wheeled her cleaning trolley around us, bowed quickly, and disappeared from sight.
All yours.
All yours,
Got to
got to hold it. Thanks. Nadanya udah kayak apa ya? I dashed past Kojiro, unable to believe what is happening here. I slammed the door behind me and slipped into a cubicle. As soon as I sit atop the toilet's closet lid, my legs began to shake uncontrollably, and I have to lean backward to steady myself. Eiichi Hanada is that, killed in a traffic accident. That could mean anything, but I'm willing to bet that I caused his death. After seeing the picture of his dismembered corpse, he might have purposely crashed his car. Or perhaps, someone else rammed his vehicle, intent on murdering him on behalf of Corpse Girl. I still don't know how my power works. I don't know why these victims end up dead. But the cause of the death ultimately doesn't matter. What matters is that Corpse Girl is victorious once more. Si cewek ini kan di sisi lain dia Corpse Girl ya ceritanya. I find myself painting, squirming, struggling to restrain myself. My vision fogs, my knuckles clench, and with barely a fanfare, I begin to cool down all of a sudden. Just like that, the overwhelming urge to explode simply flutters away. My breathing regulates, my legs solidify and rest firmly on the ground. This experience wasn't nearly as staggering as last time. Oh iya, soalnya dia sampai guling-guling ya kalau yang last time ya. Dan sampai muntah kalau nggak salah. Maybe because I was so confident that this victim would die. My body already prepared itself for it. Have I already become desensitized to my ability to wield death itself? I won't pretend that I'm not disappointed. That exhilarating feeling I experienced last time, the complete and utter loss of control, it was addicting. I craft experiencing it again. Anjir, ini baru. Real teknologi. Still, I need to remind myself of the most important thing. I fulfilled the request issued to Corpse Girl. That's 2 new victories in a row. 2 victories in a single week. As long as requests keep coming in, I can keep achieving my goal. I can do this. Full of confidence and feeling steady once more, I exit the cubicle and leave the bathroom. Tapi kalian sendiri pada suka main game VN gak sih? Atau dengerin VN kayak nontonin aku gini? That strange man, Kojiro, is waiting for me at the end of an easel.
You good?
You good?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for, I really needed the bathroom.
I really needed the bathroom.
Of course.
Of course, been there. Gotta go when you gotta go.
Look what I found.
Look what I found. Kojiro holds up a book with a plain black cover.
Nobel Sinclair's latest.
Oh, Dazed by the Dead. It's a Ripper.
Oh, what's that one about?
What's that one about?
Falling in love with the dead.
Falling in
Read
love
it
with the
already
dead.
last
What the
year.
hell? Read it
Time for
already
another
last
go.
year. Time for another go.
Here.
Oh, here. Strange flower. Kojiro hands another book to me. This one is a brown cover. An illustration on the front depicts a field of flower.
What's this?
What's this? Sinclair's first ever published work. Strange flower. Titles, nonsense.
This is the one where he puts corpses in suits, treats them to meals at fancy restaurants.
This is the one where he puts corpses in suits, treat them to meal at fancy
Put it out
restaurant,
under my name.
loan it out under my name. You take it,
Risk getting
return it
fined.
before the due date. I'll risk getting fined.
Oh,
Oh wow, thank you.
Thank you.
I'll be
I'll be
sure to read it.
Sure.
Sure, send me your thoughts on noise. Right.
Seeing you.
Be seeing you. A brief wave of his hand, and he disappeared behind the closest shelf. I can't really get over how peculiar he is, but he certainly is making an effort to be friendly. I turned the heavy book over in my hand and looked inside the front cover of a publication date. 2009. It's actually not that old. Definitely not as old as the fiction I normally consume. I shrug and hoist the bulky tome underneath my arm, then make for the library's exit. Oh, sekarang kita di cafe. I feel uncommonly hungry. Kenapa kamu, Tobacco? I feel uncommonly hungry on my way home. So much so that I decide to stop by a restaurant and get some dinner. I wonder if killing stirs my appetite. Siapa yang cita-citanya ngopi di cafe? I often pass this establishment when I exit the train station in Akihabara. It's an old venue that serves traditional Japanese food as well as popular Western dishes. Say that I've always been curious about eating here will be accurate. I've been working hard lately, achieving my goal. I can afford to treat myself to a cooked meal, right? Why do I find it so hard to justify that? I'm even going to eat at a booth tonight. Another rarity to me. A waitress guides me to an empty booth and I slide in before looking at a menu. At the house specialty. Gak sanggup di cafe bang, sanggupnya harling. According to the menu in my hand is grilled eel. Not exactly my favorite. In fact, seafood of any variety doesn't sit well in my stomach. Oh. I decide to pass on the special and order something I know I can guess. But omurice sounds good. I used to like it a lot as a kid. Omelette, rice, and ketchup. What's not to like? Plus, it's only 700 yen before tax. The waitress returned to make my order, and I confidently point out what I would like. She offers me a smile and hurries off to the next table. Perhaps my recent victory streak has given my courage a boost, because I hardly feel awkward or anxious sitting here, surrounded by people eating and drinking on all sides. Kenapa dia ngerasa anxious atau awkward? I'm somewhat calm at ease amid the hustle and bustle of the restaurant. Almost feel like it might be nice to have a company. A friend, perhaps Aoi or even Shinya, might be nice to talk to and pass the time with. Oh well, in a way, I do have some company. I retrieve a book from my handbag, the same book Kojiro lent to me, and I open it up to the first chapter, Strange Flower, an odd, apparently meaningless title. Still, it comes highly recommended by an eccentric stranger, so it must be good. My meal arrived when a few pages into the book. I thank the waitress and look the omurice before me. It smells good. It's presented beautifully. I can probably eat it. I can probably eat at least a quarter of this portion without feeling ill. I pick up a spoon and slice through the middle of the omurice, causing a puff of steam to billow up. Throwing caution to the wind, I scoop up a good amount and bring it to my mouth. It's delicious. There's no other word to describe it. The convenience store meals I normally eat can't even compare to something like this. The egg is soft, and there's just enough ketchup along the top. I take a second mouthful, then a third. I can't help but giggle a little at the thought of myself sitting here, eating like a normal person. All the people around me probably think I'm a normal person too. There's a girl sitting at a restaurant eating her dinner. Another quiet giggle escapes my lips, and I gently dab my mouth with a napkin. I set my spoon to the side and return to the book in front of me. The author of this work certainly is interesting. Noble Sinclair. According to the bio inside the front cover, he moved to Japan from overseas at a young age. Starting the best too. Ya kah? The book was written originally in Japanese. It's not a translation, but even so, the writing style is quite unusual. I can't quite put my finger on what is strange about it. Maybe it's the lack of complex kanji used throughout. Everything is written rather simply in hiragana, almost like the intended audience is elementary school kids. But that can't be right. Themes contained within it are truly disturbing. Maybe the author just doesn't have the greatest comprehension of writing in Japanese. It's true that a lot of adults have trouble with complex kanji. Professional authors, though, not so much. Anyway, it's not like it matters too much. The book is interesting enough to keep me turning pages. I must be completely absorbed in reading because before I know it, a waitress is politely letting me know that the restaurant is closing soon. I nod and look at the plate of omurice in front of me. The meal has gone cold, and I only ate 3 bites. Still, I'm feeling full now, and I really enjoy what I did eat. I don't even feel any added weight on my hips. As I get to my feet, that's definitely a positive thing. I stretch my arms and legs, put my book in my bag, and offer the waitress some money along with the bill. Hmm. Loading deh. Minum dulu. Jangan lupa minum ya, minum. Ini loading apa, Cok? Blast of frigid. Blast of frigid night air nearly swept me off my feet when I stepped out of the restaurant. I would known that the weather was going to take a turn for the worse. I'll have brought my scarf and jacket. It's the end of spring, so unpredictable cold weather is pretty rare. I guess I can't be blamed for not bundling up. Anyway, it's not raining, and I'm close to home, so it shouldn't be a problem. I had down the street and watched a few shop owners closing their store for the night. They don't pay me any mind as I wander by. My phone bursts to life and rings out in the quiet night air. I grab it and press it close to my ear for warmth.
Hello?
Hello? Aoi?
Noriko?
Noriko?
Hello?
Hello?
Is this a bad time?
Is this a bad time?
No, I'm just walking home.
Okay, I'm just.
You're out at this time of night?
That's
That's
not
not
like you.
I stopped somewhere to eat.
What's up?
What's up? You stopped to eat?
You stopped to
Say
say
about
about
the
new
new
job.
job.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
What is it?
I spoke to the manager at the maid cafe, but
Say,
he said I can't
can
quit.
quit.
He said that? Oh,
Well, it's
well,
not up to
it's
him.
not up to him. You
You
have
have
every
free
right
right
to
to
quit.
quit.
Did you
Benar
tell
sih.
him you've landed a new job? Yes,
I
I
told
told
him.
him. But he said he spent so much time and money training me that if I quit now, he'll treat it as stealing from the company and he'll call the police.
Wait, what?
What
What a
load
lot
of
of crap.
crap.
Hang
Hang
on.
on.
Are you at a
Yes,
cafe now?
I
Yes.
just finished my shift. We're closing up.
I'll be right there.
I'll be right there. Only a
I'm
minute.
only a minute away anyway.
If your
I'm going to
manager,
give
piece
your
of my
manager.
mind.
No.
No, Noriko, you
Just
can't.
watch me.
Just watch
be
me.
right
I'll be
there.
right there. Oh, let's go. I end up the call. I end the call despite Aoi's objection. I can't believe how furious I am. Aoi finally has an escape route from from that god awful job, and now the manager will let her quit? That has to be illegal. I've never met her manager, but I can just imagine his type. Self-important, rat, rack, pretty big. Raj, pretty big. Siapa yang cita-citanya berjalan di gang sempit seperti ini? Lalu bergandengan tangan. Waduh. Siapa yang nggak mau? Vian ini bagian 4646 gak bangke Nekopara. Beda dong. Nekopara aku pernah livestream kok Ecclesius. Belum lanjut. Nanti tak lanjut deh. Think he's the king of the world because he runs a shady maid cafe in the back street. Well, I won't stand for it. People like him are the one that will be reported to Corpse Girl website. I would love to target victim like that. I change direction and take up a running pace. The cool air against my face is kind of nice now that my body is warming up a little. Thankfully, there is hardly anyone around. This time of night, so I don't feel particularly embarrassed by running in public. I'm not a terribly fit person, so it isn't long before I feel out of breath. Hati-hati aja sih bang, cukup pedes nih Nekopara. Oh gitu tah. Kemarin sih udah main Nekopara 0 sama 1. I come to a stop at the end of the street, having clutching on my chest. And clutching my chest. Bentar ya. Ih, kamu mau tidak bergenangan tangan denganku bang? Skip. Saya masih normal ya, tobacco ya. Maaf. I come to stop at the end of the street, having the clutch, bukan having itu, heaving. Iya, having juga bisa sih, having kan have, and clutching my chest. Suaranya kok gitu?
Okay.
I'm okay.
I'm okay. Deep breaths.
Okay. After taking a moment to collect myself, I start back up, walking briskly this time. I can see the maid's cafe's illuminated sign ahead of me. Siapa sih yang gak mau? Noriko santai aja. That's what she said. I approach the entrance and read the neon board. Chateau de Crystal. Welcome home, master. Drink from just 400 yen. Table charts 500 yen per person. Open till 10 p.m. every night. I pass the sign and reach for the door handle just as somebody throws the door open and emerge.
Noriko?
Noriko. Oh, ini wangi-wangi cuy. Oh iya.
Aoi.
Aoi.
Told you I'd be here.
Told you'll be here. Gila, wangi-wangi banget. Yoi. I'm really glad to see you. Aoi gives me a brief wave. She fidgets nervously and straightens the ruffle in her dress. I can't believe you have to wear this ridiculous outfit.
Yeah,
But the costume isn't the worst part of the job. Bener sih. I know. Listen, is your manager still
Is your
here?
manager still here?
Open Table Mat Cafe 60.000 worth it. Siapa di sini yang pernah ke Maid Cafe? Aku sih tidak pernah. I know. Listen, is your manager still here? Aoi hesitates, then shake her head sadly.
You just missed him.
There are only a few girls inside closing up. Damn it, I really want to give him a piece of my mind.
Noriko,
It's fine, I can continue
I can
working here.
continue working here.
Not so
It's
bad.
not so bad.
Tapi kamu harus menghafal mantra moe kyun tuh. Boleh deh moe kyun, nanti kita taruh ya ke list ini, ke list goal kalau donaton tembus sehari.
Hell no!
Hell
Don't
no,
even
don't even
pretend
pretend
it's
it's okay.
This place is torturing you.
This place is torturing you.
You
Karena
have
aku
that
tahu
customer
nggak
that always
bakal
groups you
nyentuh
and now your
sehari aja
manager
itu
is
donaton
controlling
kita.
you?
Gak bakal tembus sehari, tak tambah-tambahin dah. You have that customer that always gropes you. What the fuck? The gropes dia. And now your manager is controlling you.
I won't stand for it, and you shouldn't either.
And I won't stand for it. And you shouldn't either.
But
But
what can I do?
what can I do? I'm honestly stumped by the question. In all my hastiness to get here, I never even thought through a plan for Aoi. Damn it. That heartbreaking expression on her face. I just want to grab her, hug her, tell her everything is going to be okay. So why can't I? Aoi.
I know you don't feel like it, but you're the strongest girl
I know you don't feel it like,
All the
and
shit
you don't
you've
feel
dealt
like
with
it.
over the years,
Oh,
all the shit you're still dealing
you're the
with.
strongest girl I know. All the shit you've dealt with over the years, all the shit you're still dealing with.
You're brave,
You're
whether
brave,
you know it or not.
whether you know it or not. My
My
issues
issues pale
pale
in
in comparison to yours.
But you still get up each and every day and do your best.
Oh, but you still get up each and every day and do your best, Gile.
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you, and I want to make things easier
I
for
want to make
you.
things easier for you.
Come work with me at
Come work with me at
Temujin.
Temujin.
Just leave this place
Just
behind.
leave this place behind.
Forget all
Forget all-
about it.
Noriko.
Noriko,
You're my best friend.
you're best
You
friend.
always will be.
Even if we can't be anything
Even
more
if we
than that,
can't be anything more than that.
I'm
I'm
happy
happy
just
just having
you.
you in my life.
Wait, what? Noriko? Ente Yuri? Even if we can't be anything more than that,
I'd do anything for you, Aoi.
I hope
I hope
you realize that.
Of course.
I know.
I know.
Thank you,
Thank
Noriki.
you, Noriko.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
It's
It's
really
really late. Come back to my
Come
place.
back to my place.
You know I can't.
All my things are at home,
And I need to check everything first. Otherwise, I nod calmly. I understand. I can't push her too much.
Don't worry.
Don't worry, I get it.
And
And the thing is,
the thing is, I
and
can't
just run away from this place.
That stalking customer.
Oh,
He knows where I live.
the
And,
stalking customer.
if I stop showing up to work,
He said he will visit me at home.
Why don't we go to the police?
I
And
can't do
to
that.
that, why? No, it's raining. Kesedihannya Aoi sampai hujan. Langit, bisakah kau turunkan hujan? Aku ingin menangis. Without warning, Aoi bursts into tears just as rain begins to spill from the clouds. I couldn't get him in trouble. I just... Oh my god. Dubbingnya boleh juga. Aoi, what? What is it? Emily. A gust of wind blows down the narrow street. Kau denger-denger Erlan minta jadi maid di maid cafe. Waduh. Waduh. Agak geli ya kalau ngeliat maid cowok di maid cafe. Tossing my hair to whip wildly in my face, I brush it out of my eyes and mouth, only to see Aoi standing still, her head down. The stalker, his family. Gak cocok apa tuh? I could never bring myself to tell you, but surely you must have wondered why I've put up with it for so long. I don't know what to say. I'm stunned. You're putting up with it because you don't want him arrested.
If he goes to prison, the rest of my family will disown me.
I truly have no one.
Truly have no one.
Oh. Enggak, ini Inya ini bosnya atau stalkernya?
You have me.
You have
You
me.
know what I mean.
You know what I mean?
I'm just going to go home for tonight.
I'm just going to go home for
Thanks for
tonight.
coming out to see me, Noriko.
Oh no, Aoi. Thanks for coming out to see me, Noriko. No, Aoi. Nih Aoi mukanya melasbat dah pengen gue culik. Kasian ya Aoi ya. Bang, aku kapan tang biru? Gak lama lagi lah. Mohon bersabar. Aoi turns on her heel and strolls away. The click-clack of her shoes against the wet pavement echoing through the street. Lagian kamu ngapain tang biru? Kamu nggak sering-sering banget nontonin sampai lama? Aoi, she doesn't hear me breathe her name as she disappears into the darkness. That poor girl. There has to be something I can do. Oh, sabar. Save dulu guys. Kita save 3 slot ya. Ini disuruh pilih kan. Go after Aoi. Kita pilih kejar Aoi atau kasih dia waktu dulu kayak ruang gitu. Biar dia sedih-sedih dulu deh gitu kan. Mending tetap kejar atau apa? Kalau aku ya, jadi dia ya, aku lebih milih ngejar sih. Kejar aja bang, kejar. Oke, let's go. Kita satu pemikiran semua ya. Kita satu pemikiran semua ya. Go after Aoi. I can't let her go. Gila. I can't let her just walk away as sad and helpless as she is. Halo bang, alhamdulillah masuk semifinal. Mantap Jay. Kapan lanjut semifinalnya Jay? My leg lurched forward of their own volition, propelling my body through the rain-soaked street. Lawannya bapak-bapak ancerit tapi jaga. Aoi, come back. Oh, jangan-jangan kau ke Bali buat lomba, Jay. Betul, terkadang cewek kalau lagi sedih perlu dipamflet. Aoi, come back. My shout echoes in the night, my weightless words falling through the air like the fairy rain that patter against my face. Aoi's silhouette is just out of reach. If only my weak body could pick up its pace, I might be able to reach her before she fades away. Stop. No, Aoi. Kamu kenapa? Kenapa kayak gitu mukamu? Her unexpected command fulfilled its purpose. I helped. My shoes hiding harusnya, along the wet ground. Aoi is closer than I expected her to be. Perhaps due to some trick of the light and rain, she simply seemed farther away to my tired eyes. Aoi, please, let me help you.
There's nothing to be done.
There's nothing to be done. No, why, Aoi?
Why can't you take a hint?
Why can't you take a hint?
You just never give up, do you?
You just never give up, do you?
Just want to smother me.
What?
You don't trust me to handle things
Smother?
on my own.
You don't trust me to handle things on my own.
That's not it. I just
Peluk bang,
care
peluk.
for you so
Kalau
much.
bisa, kalau ada opsi peluk tak peluk. Coba aku. Ini udah lucu banget dia, udah kawaii wangi-wangi cok, dan kasihan kan. That's not it. I just care for you so
I
much.
know that.
I know
you think
that.
you haven't made that clear in the past?
You think you haven't made that clear in the past? Vigo belum datang ya belum. Rarely have I ever seen an Aoi this angry. He's well past the point of being simply upset now. He's truly furious. Have I overstepped a boundary?
Not my guardian angel.
You're not my guardian angel or my savior or,
This is
or
my
whatever.
life, Noriko.
It's not your sick fantasy where you swoop in and act like my knight in shining armor.
Aoi,
Aoi,
shut up.
shut up, just shut up.
Always take it one step too far.
You always take it one step too far. Really?
Just leave me alone.
Just leave me alone, katanya. Ditolong komplain kalau kata gua mah pukulin aja. Omae wa ore no nakama da. Kita adalah temanmu Aoi. Yo, nakama ya. Si Tako kok jarang muncul, Bang? Si Tako ya lebih sering jadi penonton gak live chat dia. Ini aja bisa aja dia lagi nonton. Biasanya dia nongolnya dikit-dikit dia. I can't get another word in before she vanished into the night. I reach a hand out into the darkness, like some foolish attempt to stop her, but I know it's pointless. She made her thoughts perfectly clear. She doesn't need or want my help. Even if she cares of me, and for me, she doesn't love me in the same way. I love her, and I don't think she ever will. I sigh and look up at the thick cloak of clouds above. Kau main futsal bagian apa, Jay? The rain continues to fall. Berkah? Striker kah? Back kah? May 31. The day drags on and on. Since I don't work weekends, I never really know what to do with myself during my free time. The library yesterday was nice, but I don't want to hang out there again today. So far, I've spent the day simply reading at home and brewing the occasional cup of tea to stave off my hunger. I keep checking my phone, but Aoi hasn't replied to any of my texts. Even when I call, he let it go to voicemail. I don't even have any new requests to attend to. I was hoping I will get at least one this weekend to help occupy my time. To take a break from reading Strange Flower, I decided to browse the through noise and see what's happening in my social circle. Gak banget tuh Noriko, lapar cuma bisa ngeteh sama bikin olang tia untuk Aoi. Olang tia 9-1 gak sih? Though I'm not close to any of the people I'm connected to, except for Aoi, reading through their posts always leave my mood. Rather annoyingly, the first post I come across is from Tomoe. Yang udah di copy, what the hell? Tomomo. 9 minutes ago. Bitches be tripping if they think they gonna steal my man. With thick as teeth. You getting lucky tonight. Marble post is accompanied by a photo of her and Shinya getting a cozy together. Shinya looks more than a little nervous. I will be willing to bet that Tomoe is the first girl he's ever snuggled like this. I can't quite figure out why she's so interested in him, or why he's into her, for that matter. At first, I thought Tomoe was just trying to bug me, to annoy me, but by pursuing someone she thought I wanted. But surely this is bitches be tripping. Quote cukup relate. But surely this is taking it too far, right? Haven't I made it clear that I just don't care? For Shinya, maybe that boy really is into the blow-up doll look. I guess I understand him less than I originally thought. I noticed that I've been frowning while looking at Tomoe's paws, so I decided to slam my finger down on thumbs down button. A little text box below the paws now reads Noriko Kurosawa disliked this. My frown breaks and I smirk. It feels somewhat satisfying to publicly dislike Tomoe's post. I can imagine Tomoe's face going tomato red when she reads the notification. With a little giggle, I scroll past the post and keep browsing my feed. As expected, it doesn't take long to find a post from Shinya himself. It's out of character for him. But he is actually not posting about criminal cases and detective work for once. Shinya with a capital S, Fujikawa, 13 hours ago. I never believed in love until I met her. He swept me off my feet and showed me how to become a better man. He makes me want to be the best person I can be. My heart goes out to my darling Tomoe. 2 days together and counting. I look forward to every day because of you. Thank you. I involuntarily gag and continue scrolling. Nothing else is my newsfeed really compares to those last posted. My sister, Oh, dia punya sister. A sister wrote something about her sucky job. And a few co-workers posted about how grief-stricken they were about Akane Surumaki passing away unexpectedly. Akane Surumaki followed close by Eiichi Hanada, and long before them both, Ruri Hatano, the one who started it all. 3 strangers, 3 people dead, all because of Corpse Girl. People wanted them dead, and because of that, I also wanted them dead. I won't forget their names. When Corpse Girl rises above the much and filth in this world and become truly famous, I'll share a toast to their memories. Until then, I need to trudge forward, and I need new targets, new victims to launch Corpse Girl's name into the stars. If Corpse Girl website become more than an urban legend, more than a rumor whisper off in the shadow, then no, I need to take it slow. I can't get too far ahead of myself. I still need to put in a lot of work before I can attain my goal. But the only way I can move forward is if more requests come through the website. There has to be a way to promote the site. Flashy advertising is out of the question. I don't want the site looking like a gimmick people can visit simply to pass the time. I need word of mouth, testimonial. So far the site has claimed 3 victims. I need the original requesters to spread the words about how effective the website really is. Yes, that will be perfect, but I obviously can't get in touch with them now. They remain anonymous when they request a dev. No one will willingly put in their contact detail when doing something so shady anyway. I sighed and scratched my head. Thinking about it like this won't do me any good. Maybe I should come back to it later. I reached for my laptop, sitting on the couch next to me. Maybe I'll take just one more look for a new request. You never know, right? I logged into the administration panel of Corpse Girl website and checked for notification. One new request. Request detail. Today, 3:31. Victim's phone. Downloading image attachment. Wait, this was submitted just a few minutes ago. What are the chances I will check the incoming request so soon after receiving a new one? My heart began to race as attached photo downloads to my computer. I'm excited about the prospect of working on new requests for the rest of the evening. Who will be the poor sucker to succumb to the Corpse Girl whims? Will another beautiful corpse be left in my wake? My heart skips a beat and shakes, and my hand instantly turned cold. What the hell? A photo of myself appeared on the screen. It's the very same image used for my company ID tag. I'm not smiling in the photo or in real life. Is this some kind of a joke? Somebody has requested my death. Somebody has requested my death. Hahaha.
Somebody wants
Me dead.
dead?
Waduh. Yandere woman, let's go. Siapa di sini nggak suka Yandere? Sorry. I can't believe it finally happened.
Finally happened. I know
Exactly who requests my death. Tomoe. Stupid bitch. Tomoe Watanabe, the one person who hates me more than I hate myself. Of course. Aduh Noriko. Of course, she's the one who uploaded my photo. Of course, she want Corpse Girl to take care of me. He's been looking for somebody to test the website on. Her noise post from the start of the week confirms that. He has been getting increasingly obsessed with tormenting me lately. I'm willing to bet when I dislike her latest post, it finally triggered her to request my death. Brainless whore. I am Corpse Girl.
I am Corpse Girl.
Wangi-wangi, yoi. In a fit of maniac laughter, I set to work dismembering my photo. I'm going to make my corpse look so realistic that she thinks she really succeeded in getting me killed. And where her guard is down. Siapa yang cita-citanya menusuk seorang Yandere sebelum kita ditusuk? Aduh.
No sign of Sato yet? I wonder if she got
Yandere
held
nggak
up.
bakalan menusuk kita dong. Kan dia malah yang melindungi kita. No sign of Sato yet. I wonder if she got held up. It's not exactly professional to be late on your first day of work. I grin my teeth and hope that Shinya can't sense my anxiety.
She'll be here.
You'll be here. I don't believe the bitter words that tumble out of my mouth. I send another message to Aoi's seemingly abandoned phone, not really expecting a reply.
She's not the only one absent.
Tomo isn't here either. He doesn't need to tell me that. I've been watching her desk like a hawk ever since I came in this morning. There's a small surprise waiting for her in her top desk drawer, courtesy of your truly. I've been eagerly anticipating her arrival for an hour
We
now.
had a late night last night, so
We had a late night.
I wonder if she woke up on time.
I taste something full in my mouth. I don't really need Shinya recap of his night with Tomoe.
Don't you have work to do?
Don't you have work to do?
Of course.
Oh, of course I need to. His focalized thoughts trail off as he wandered away. I return my focus to the keyboard in front of me as I type letter scroll across my screen, seemingly slower than usual. No Aoi, no Tomoe. The static drone of the office environment is just as loud as ever, but without those two here, something feels off. Aoi shouldn't be missing her first day of work, and say what you want about Tomoe, at the very least, she's punctual. For her to be this late is very unusual.
Kurosawa.
Kurosawa, a word, if you please. A soft but sharp voice snapped me out of my thoughts. I look to find a middle-aged woman standing over me, one hand in an intimidating fashion. Otomi Ida, who overseen a lot of juniors on this floor. Pamit dulu bang, besok malam lanjut ke semifinal. Semangat Jay, thank you udah mampir, selamat Amimir. I deal with her a few times a week. She's a serious and critical person, but I've seen a warmer side of her when she chats with colleges of her own level.
Miss Ida,
Miss Ida,
did you need
you
something?
need something?
Please, come with me.
Please, come with me. I reluctantly rise from my chair and follow her through the office. He leads me to one of the glass screen cubicles that line one wall of the office, special space reserved for meeting and temporary workstation.
Take a seat.
Take a seat. I follow her instruction, sitting down on one of the bright and colorful plastic chair that fill the small
A new
enclosure.
employee was supposed to start work today. Sato, an acquaintance of yours, if I'm not mistaken.
A new employee was supposed to start work today. Sato, an acquaintance of yours, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. I've been trying to get in contact with her.
That's right. I've been trying to get in contact with her. Ya, betul. Aku udah mencoba menghubungi
I
dia.
see.
I see. You understand that
You
it doesn't reflect
understand that it doesn't reflect well on Sato's character if
If
she
she
can't
can't
arrive
arrive on
on time for
time.
her first day of work, correct?
Yes,
I understand. Believe me.
Believe me, it is very out of the ordinary for her to do something like this.
I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Ichikawa recommended Sato for the job based on your
Personal request.
You need to be aware that since Fujikawa holds rank over
For you, he's the one.
he is the one who will be reprimanded for hiring an unsuitable
Suitable employee.
Now, I
Who
wouldn't
wouldn't
go so far
to
to
say.
say that he will be punished.
Rather, his
Rather,
recommendation.
His recommendations will be denied for the foreseeable future.
Aduh.
And any attempt he
Attack.
makes to
Climb
climb
the
the
ladder.
so to speak, will be vehemently refused
By the other
executive.
executives.
Isn't that a bit extreme?
Extreme. All of that because one
of
time
one temp employee
employee
that didn't
is
show up for
for
That's
work.
the way these things go.
I've seen it dozen
The
of
reason I'm
times.
telling you this is
Because
because
you should feel some sort of responsibility
to
of.
apologize to Fujikawa.
Oh,
I had no
idea. Honestly,
Enough.
I.
This isn't an open discussion.
Okay.
Apologize to Fujikawa and see if he will find it in his heart to forgive you. And please advise him to seek employment elsewhere.
I don't foresee his career with us flourishing anytime soon.
That's all.
That's all. Kotomi abruptly exited the cubicle and leave me alone, sitting in a stupid-looking green plastic chair. I take some time to compose my thought before also walking up. I don't know what to say to Shinya. I don't even know if I should say something. Si Dewa katanya mau dimarahin sama Tante Kotomi. Surely Kotomi is being a bit extreme and effectively halting Shinya's career at Temujin. Jadi pengen diseret ke belakang sama senior pas kerja nanti. Waduh. This is all because I recommend Aoi for a job. I feel like an idiot, but how was I know that Aoi will prove unreliable? Senior om-om, what the hell? And still, it's far too extreme. Kotomi is out of line. Something else is at play here. I can feel it. Maybe Kotomi wants Shinya gone for her own reason, but I can't imagine why. He's a junior employee and not exactly the type to step on anyone's toes and make enemies. I return to my desk in a bit of a huff and slump in my swivel chair. My eyes fall on the empty can of coffee next to my computer screen, and I begin to wish I would purchase. And I begin to wish I had purchased more than one this morning. Glancing over the top of my screen, I can see that Tomoe still hasn't arrived. Maybe I'll have to wait until tomorrow for her to find a gift I left for her. I'm sure she'll love it. I don't enjoy my walk home through the park this evening as much as I normally do. There are too many things weighing on my mind. Aoi, Tomoe, Shinya, and Kotomi. Why is it that I'm increasingly finding myself drawn into office drama? I don't want to deal with any of it. I just want to pursue my own goals. Working at the office is a mean to an end, a way to keep a roof over my head and have the money to achieve Corpse Girl's ambition. If I could quit, I would, but I can't, not just yet. I wonder if I could monetize Corpse Girl's service. User could pay a fee to request a dev, or I could even just accept donation. But I get the sinking feeling that asking for money will reduce the amount of requests I get. The number of requests coming in is already depressingly low. If I reduce it any further, I'll be in trouble. As I draw closer to my apartment building, my phone cries out for attention. I bring it to my ear with a swift hand. Aoi? Noriko?
What's the deal?
What's the
I've
deal?
been trying to get in touch with you all day.
What's the deal? I've been trying to get in touch with you all day. I'm
so
sorry.
sorry. I couldn't
Bring
myself
to come into the office.
Well,
I gathered that. Tell me why.
Tell me why. You know, just
Normal
the stuff I
normally
have
to deal with.
For real?
What are we talking
What
about
are we
here?
talking about here?
Stalkers or your own battles?
I left the apartment twice.
I really did.
But I had to go back inside each time
Because it didn't feel right.
feel right.
Udah mana Yuri haram lagi nih Kotomi, korupsi wanita. Check a few things and then check again. And I gave up and laid in bed. I must have fallen asleep because when I looked at the time, it was already late. I sighed angrily and hope Aoi doesn't hear me. Alright, it sounds like you had a rough day.
Sounds like you had a rough day.
I'm sorry.
But
The situation isn't great.
isn't
I'm just going to be honest with you, okay?
Just going to be honest with you, okay? I don't think they'll be happy with you if you come in tomorrow. If I were you, I'd write a polite letter of resignation and just forget about the job. Shinya's been kind of thrown under the bus
because
Shinya,
why?
not too sure
Sure,
myself.
since he got you
He
the
got
job,
you the job, I
I
suppose
suppose
he
of
was
some.
somewhat responsible for you.
Oh no, Shinya.
But because you didn't come in, it sounds like his career is in real jeopardy. Oh God.
But
Oh
oh
no.
no.
Take a breath.
Take a breath.
You didn't know something like this would happen.
I didn't either.
I think this one exec has it out for him or something because it's
Too
too
much
much of an
of an
overreaction.
overreaction.
I can't believe it.
I never wanted to cause him.
his job.
No.
You didn't mean for this to happen. Look,
I'll try to.
and smooth things out a little.
Okay. I'll talk to Shinya
You need to look
tomorrow.
after yourself right now.
Promise
okay?
me.
Promise me you'll just take it
Easy tonight and relax.
Okay.
Okay.
Forget this ever happened.
Noriko will look after everything.
Thank you, Noriko.
Thank you, Noriko. Get some rest. Talk to you soon, Aoi. Bye-bye. Kalau kalian yang nonton Hololive ya, ini mirip Ame, Cok. I end the call with a heavy heart. I don't actually have any idea what to do. When it comes to Aoi, I always feel obligated to just tell her anything that will help her feel better. If I could actually follow through with my words and genuinely make things better for me and for her, then, well, maybe we will have a bit of a different relationship than we do now. But I probably missed my opportunity for that a long time ago. Wait, what? If I could actually follow through with my words and genuinely make things better for her, then. Ini tokoh utamanya Yuri ya? In senior high school, I was never truly understanding of her, and that cost me too much. Things are different now. Of course, I've seen what she goes through. I would like to think I understand her a lot more now. Feelings for her are true, and not modeled in sympathy or pity. If this was a different life, and I hadn't made all those stupid mistakes, I will be happy to be with her. But now, the best I can hope for is that she wants to remain friends with me. And that will have to be enough to satisfy me. Teori Aoi mastermind di balik kematian. Lah, kan emang dia mastermind di balik kematian si Aoi. Aoi. Yo, Aoi bukan ya? No, siapa sih? Norito ya? Nama tokoh utama kita. Itu ya yang mastermind ya. Trickle of icy sweat drips down my spine. In the near distance, sitting on the bench close to the park's exit is an easily recognizable figure. Come here. I freeze in my tracks. My body wants to keep walking to reach the familiar safety of my home, but my brain is engaging its fight or flight mode. Torn between my option, I find myself completely stationary.
Come on.
I won't hurt you. Tomoe. Tapi di sini Tomoe agak cakep sih. Cuman ya sifatnya aja emang agak bangke ya. There's no doubt in my mind that she's been waiting for me here all afternoon. She knows my route home. That's obvious since I last encountered her and Shinya in this very same park. I can't help but tense up as she leaped off the bench and approached
You're into
me.
weird shit, right? Like,
You're into weird
occult
shit,
stuff?
right? Like occult stuff.
Maybe?
Maybe. Is that
what
why you came here to ask me? Siapa yang cita-citanya santet online guru? Terus tiba-tiba kabelan gak masuk gara-gara sakit. Anjir. Siapa itu?
Nah, just
Just listen, okay? I
What
wanted
if
the
opinion
opinion of
someone
someone freaking
freakier
them.
than me?
Freakier. He really knows how to flatter a girl.
It's kind of dumb, you know, but
Have you
have you
heard?
heard of that corpse girl website thing?
Who does she think she's talking to? More importantly, how should I respond?
I've heard rumors.
I've heard
Yeah,
rumor.
right? I heard rumors too, so I checked
Check
it
it
out.
out.
I thought the whole thing was
Really funny. Like it
Would
would it be real? Anyway, I kinda used
it to request a death.
Is that so?
Well, Tomo has pretty much straight her up, admitted that she was the one who requested my death. After all, I know exactly how many requests come through this site. The latest one had to have been from
yeah,
her.
and
Well,
you know
yeah,
how the
not
site
to,
works, right?
right?
Hmm.
Film
All you
it,
do is put in a photo of a bitch and her phone number. Then
and
she's
she's
supposed to drop
post
dead.
that.
Simple
Simple as
thing
that.
is, no one knows how it works.
Or if it works
that
actually.
Right.
Okay.
Okay,
So you request somebody's
you
death.
were
And what
cut-
happened?
Well,
This is it. This is where she admit that she uploaded my photo. She caught her
you
red-handed.
see, the dumb bitch went and died.
You see, the dumb bitch went and died. I blinked a few times. I'm positive I didn't hear that
What
right.
did you say?
What did you say?
The chick whose photo I uploaded, she's deader than a doorknob.
The chick whose photo I uploaded, she's deader than a doorknob. Who is Tomori referring to? My mind is racing frantically, scanning through the list of corpse girl victims over the past few months. Please, Noriko, bunuh aku, galore. The only people who have died recently are Akane Tsurumaki and Eiichi Hanada. Tomoe is talking about a female, so that rules out of Eiichi. Then there is Ruri Hatano. She died such a long time ago. Last year, in fact. Surely Tomoe wasn't the one who requested her death. It was way too long ago for her to bringing it up now. That leads me to believe that the only person Tomoe could be talking about is Akane Tsurumaki. Or has somebody else died? Somebody I never found out about. That's impossible. I've been so true in searching for the result of my work. The only victim that Tomoe could be talking about is Akane. Wait, no, that still can't be right. Tomoe requested my death. Somebody, Tomoe, uploaded my photo to Corpse Girl website this recently. I take a deep breath, swallow hard, and open my mouth.
Tomoe.
What you're
What
saying
you're
is really
saying
serious.
is really
Are you sure
serious.
this person
Are
dead?
you sure this person died?
Siapa di sini yang cita-citanya dudukin Noriko sampai nggak bisa nafas? What the fuck?
Yep,
Yep, no doubt.
And
That's
that's
what I
what I wanted to talk to you
about.
about. If you're good with this occult junk,
How do you think she died from the website?
Do you reckon my request really killed
Kill her? Because I don't really want this shit on us. I don't know what to say.
Come on. I was only really
Yeah.
joking around with the website.
Didn't think for a second
that
could really
but
work.
now this bitch is cold in the ground.
And I can sleep at night. Even Shinya clothes is the only.
thing making me calm
Oh.
lately.
Tomoe seems to be showing a little remorse, which I didn't think she had in her. Lebih baik kita yang bikin Noriko gak bisa napas gak sih? What the fuck? If she thought the website was a joke, then fair enough. It's only natural that she will want to play around with it. Then again, I'm kind of offended that she figured the whole thing was fake. The Corp Girls, has worked too damn hard to be considered a joke. But I want to be the bottom of this. I need to find whose death Tomoe requests. And more importantly, the question of who requests my own death remains unanswered.
Tomoe.
Tomoe? What's the name of this person you request to die?
Her name?
Name?
Oh,
Oh, you might know
It was
her.
that skank from our office.
Akane Tsurumaki. Akane Tsurumaki, sure enough, is well and truly dead. Tomoe isn't wrong in believing that the website killed Akane. Tomoe once posted on Noise about wanting to try the website. She was waiting to find someone to try it on. If I recall correctly, the request of Akane's death came through the Corpse Girl website shortly after I read that post. Perhaps Tomoe made the request on the very same day. But then, Tomoe was the one responsible. I assume the person who requested Akane's death was someone in our office, but I never figured it would be a junior data entry temp like Tomoe. How did Tomoe even know Akane? I can't see how their path would have crossed in such a large office building.
Psycho.
Yandere? I snap out of my thought and meet Tomoe's dead-eye gaze.
Professional opinion.
Can a website really kill someone? I'm torn between giving two replies. I could state that I believe the website worked and therefore help increase Corpse Girl credibility, or I could play it safe and make sure I'm not suspected of any involvement. Coward that I am, I decided to play it safe.
No, absolutely not.
No, absolutely not.
website
A
can't
website
kill
can't kill someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figure. Guess
just
it's
a
coincidence that she died.
You reckon I'm not guilty then? I didn't really want the bitch dead anyway. I was just
mocking
mucking
around.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not guilty.
Thank
Oh, thank God.
That's a real weight off my elbows, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I
Hmm?
sure as shit won't
Shit
mess
won't mess
around with
around.
sites like that again, though.
I'ma
I'm
play
gonna
it real straight from now
I
on.
gotta get my life together. I got a man to look after now.
And yeah, I gotta get my life together. I got a man to look after now.
Right.
Right, well, good luck with
Good
that.
luck with that.
I need to go home. All I want right now is to get back and figure out who the hell uploaded the photo of me to the website. Iya, kayaknya jangan-jangan temennya ini, si Aoi ini. My mind is revealing I'm not in the right headspace to listen to Tomoe drivel any longer. Hey,
For what it's worth, which ain't
Okay.
much.
thanks
Thanks.
for putting my mind at
My
ease.
mind- I know we ain't always seen eye to eye, and well,
Nah,
that's
that's about it for now. For a fleeting moment, I imagined that she was about to apologize for assaulting me last week. That possibility disappeared from my mind almost as soon it had appeared.
See you tomorrow.
Tomorrow. He waved almost sheepishly and wandered back through the park in the direction that I came from. Time to go home, and I can't relax until I know who requests my death. If it wasn't Tomoe, then the situation could be a lot more serious than I originally thought. If it wasn't because of my petty squabble with her, then someone else want me dead. Who? Waduh. Waduh, I can't sleep. Iya, iya, iya. Iya, iya, Noriko. It must be past 3 a.m. Almost an hour have passed since I started trying to figure out who requests my death. I've run through every possible candidate that very potential reason 1,000 times. I've replayed every encounter I've ever had with every person I've ever met. And I'm drawing a blank. I don't know who wants me dead. I'm not so vain to think that everybody likes me. I'm sure hell of a lot of people don't like me very much at all. But does anyone not like me enough to want me dead? To nominate me for corpse girl to claim as her prey. Aku juga mau. I take a little solace in the fact that my life isn't actually in danger. Corpse girl victims are only brought low by my hand. Through my conviction are strong and I never refuse a request. Taking my own life is absolutely out of question. This is the only this is the one and the only request I will ever refuse, and it's not for the sake of my own life, but rather for the sake of the corpse girl's continued existence. I'll not let her die and be buried with me. Rela cuy, hidup gua dihancurin Noriko. However, now that I've eaten the acknowledge that somebody genuinely wants me dead, I can't cure my upset stomach. No amount of mental reassurance will quell the sickness rising inside of me. The top candidates are, of course, those closest to me. I've crossed Tomoe off the list. Her relief at knowing Akane Tsurumaki death wasn't her fault and convinced me that she wouldn't make the mistake of messing with the website twice. Add to the fact she came for me for reassurance, well, it's safe to say she's not the person I'm looking for. So that leaves the people I deal with on a daily basis. Aoi Sato, my best friend, junior high school, and the first person I ever fell. You reject me gracefully during senior high. Anjir, berarti udah pernah ditembak cok sama si ini. Sama Noriko, si Aoi. Gracefully that she will remain as we still remain friends to this day. Would she want me dead? It's doubtful. She wouldn't even report her stalker, a guy who she is apparently related to the police, because she didn't want him arrested. And there's Shinya Fujikawa, another acquaintance from school, and now my coworker. She has even gone so far as to call us friend, now that we are connected on noise. I've never been romantically interested in him, but I was under the false impression that he had feelings for me. He's a wannabe detective, but he doesn't have the competence to follow in his father's footsteps. He doesn't strike me as the type to want somebody that, let alone to go through with the requesting somebody's stuff. Still, quiet-guarded people like him can really surprise you. When you take those three out of equation, the people I deal with daily are very few. Kayak gitu pun gue hear what the hell. There are the higher-ups and execs at work, like Kotomi Ida, but our daily are so short and simple that I'm sure I barely even register on their radar. If I extend my list candidates to include people that I don't deal with regularly, but who are technically still part of my life, then the list gets a little more interesting and harder to narrow down. Kenji and Momo Ogawa, the father and daughter living in my apartment building. They're sweet, kind, and considerate. Couldn't imagine they would want to kill me unless I'm really using up too much of their internet bandwidth and they just can't take it anymore. There's my older sister, of course, Yuriko Kurosawa. We haven't talked in over a year at least. She's scum, but probably not the type to randomly elect her own sister to F or DAF, probably. She's on parole, so I have to believe she wouldn't do anything to jeopardize her freedom. And there's mother, Asuna Kurosawa. She's simply not in a position to submit my detail to Corpse Girl website. My struggling brain can't think of anyone else currently in my life. Coba kita pakai height dulu, H. Anjay, gambarnya cuy. Paha wangi-wangi cuy. I have a very small social circle, it's true. All the people that fill my newsfeed have either all already been named on this list, or they are from such a small, long ago part of my life that they wouldn't even remember I exist anymore. And then, suddenly, and without warning, a face pops into my mind with startling clarity. That guy from the library. Ojiro, was it? Ojiro with no surname. He was bizarre, eccentric. Didn't seem like the type of person that get outside much. Kind of like me, I suppose. Eyes were so clear, it was unnerving. They say the eyes are the window to the soul, but I couldn't see anything, the substance through his lens. Out of everyone I've mentally listed, he seems like the person most capable of taking someone's life. That's a biased opinion based on little to no knowledge of him. It's just the impression he gave. However, I have to ask myself, will he want me dead? Me, as a person he met one time at the library. In addition, the photo of me that was uploaded to my website was from Temujin's corporate system. It's the very same picture that I wear on my ID tag. How would Kojiro have accessed it? If he was going to upload the photo of me, he would have found my noise profile and using an image from one of my albums. There aren't too many photos of me on there, but there are enough to identify me. Guy is suspicious, but I don't think he's the one I'm looking for. Yet, I can't get his face out of my mind. On a whim, I snatch up my phone from beside me and unlock the screen. The bright light shines like a beacon in the darkness and nearly blinds me. I squint and navigate to the noise app. Ojiro, he told me his noise tag, didn't he? If I can remember it, it will save me the hassle of having to look through 100 of profiles with the same name just to find him. What was it? Kojiro? No, too simple. Koji. I start to type different variation until an auto-predicted result pops up. Koji. That's one. I tap the result and instantly arrive at his profile. The info in his About Me section is pretty faggy. But judging by the display photo, I'm certain this is the right guy. Koji, just your average guy. Taking my days one at a time. Introvert. Antisocial. Anti-establishment. Anti-everything. Lol. I like peanut butter though. I scroll through his feed and see that he hasn't posted anything for quite some time. His most recent post is from about a year ago, and it's just an updated version of his display picture, where he has cropped out a woman's face and body, so the focus is just on him. I open up a direct message to him and start typing. Hey, is this Kojiro from the library? It's Noriko. Kurosawa. Since it's past 3 a.m., I'm not expecting a reply until I instantly receive a message in response. Hi, late night? He replied so quickly. I swallow and gather the nerve to ask him what's on my mind. Yes, I can't sleep. Have you heard of Corpse Girl website? Screen states that he's currently typing a message, but then the notification simply disappear and no message come through. Is he ignoring me? Then, yes. He does know about the website. The question is, was he already familiar with it, or did he just look it up after I mentioned it? What are your thoughts? Is it real? Yes, love it. Big fan. I see, me too. Have you used it? No? Well, no, not yet. Don't hate anyone enough. It hurts to get a sense of his emotion through his replies. I can't tell if he is being sincere or not. Wait, have you used it? Tell me. Tell me the details. Does it work? No, I haven't used it, but it's popular in my office. I don't know why I wrote that or why I end up message with a question mark. I shake my head and wait for a response. Okay, let me know if you use it. Might be work for me. Might be work for me? What does he mean by that? Work? Yes, I store cadaver. Dispose of later. I don't understand. Hospital morgue, storage and disposal. He worked at a morgue, and I noticed a strange smell on his clothes when we met, and now it makes sense. I get a little and suppress the urge to vomit. So if someone died, they get sent to you, even for like suicide or murders. Yes, all sort. Worst are crash victim. Have to mix and match limb. Iya sih, jadi susah ya kalau terpecah-pecah itu. Have you ever received a victim of Corpse Girl website? Impossible to know. Maybe, who can say? Have a name? A name? Can he look up the name of bodies he received? Can you look up such a thing? Yes, cadaver are IDs. Are ID'd. Mostly. No victim? Will I ask? Will doing so put me under suspicion of being associated with Corpse Girl? Hello? I can look now at work. I start to nervously bite my fingernail. I know that I won't gain anything from finding out if he has dealt with any of the victim, but morbid curiosity tends to get the better of me. Something I just have to know. Akane Surumaki. Okay, a second. No, correct spelling? Kadan Surumaki and Akane Surumi. That's not right, close though. Okay, more names? Eiichi Hanada. One sec. Yes, crash victim. Bad. I remember him. He's still here actually.
Somebody.
Apa ini? Mengapa wanita tadi tidak nyata?
Somebody jiggle my balls. Run my balls.
Oh, you want somebody? Ugly?
I just woke up horny as fuck.
What the hell?
Want somebody to blow on it.
What
Slap
the
it.
hell?
It mean a lot. Touch it.
Watch it.
I just want it. It just needs somebody. It needs some support to it. Grab it. Thump it. Just play with my balls. I just want somebody.
What the hell?
I really just want somebody to play with my balls.
What the hell?
Hold it.
Your
breathe it.
balls?
Lord, Lord. Just play with my balls. Just hold them.
Aduh. Sorry, abis minum. Jangan lupa minum ya, teman-teman ya. By the way, thank you ya buat media share-nya ya. Ekli. Jadi kamu pengen someone, Ekli. Kenapa cewek tuh nggak real? Ya emang nggak real sih. Tapi wangi-wangi coy di sini Noriko. I can't believe what I'm reading. Eiichi Hanada end up at Kojiro's morgue. And he's still there? Really? How long do you store bodies? Depends. Up to 2 days for autopsy. No autopsy for him, no need. So you just sit here, cold chamber, 31B, 31BB. If family don't collect, then cremation. Cremation. Is cremation what you mean by disposal? Yes, mostly. Friend of yours? Not exactly. But he's corpse kill victim, you said so. Well, I don't know. You said so. Interesting. I'll look at him again. Really, there's no need for that. It's okay, I won't tell. How did you do it? I swallow hard. What does he mean? Hello? How did I do what? How did you kill him? Oh shit. I've messed up. He knows. Kojiro has figured out who I am. In a panic, I slam my phone down. I can hear the constant vibration against the bed as Kojiro continues to message me. Shit. What do I do? Can I make something up to convince him that I'm not the one responsible for Eiichi's death? Will he even buy it? By not responding to him straight away, I've probably inadvertently proven my own guilt. I pick up my phone between my trembling thumb and forefinger. I hold it delicately as though it has suddenly become some sort of evidence that I don't want covered in my fingerprints. In a way, that's completely true. I stare at the message from Kojiro. Hey, you there? Hello. All better? Reply, I have to say something. Maybe, just maybe, I can throw him off my trail. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't kill anyone. Not exactly a lie. Yes, true. Corpse will kill him. No name entry on Corpse Girl website, but you knew his name and you knew he died. Ergo, you request his death. Wait, this is good. This is far better than him believing I am Corpse Girl. He thinks I'm just some fan of the website that submitted a request. I have to run with this. I can let him know the actual truth. Okay, you got me. I used the website to request his death. Huh. Wow, mad. So the site is real, amazing. This is exciting. Are you happy he's dead? I decided to take a leaf out of Tomoe's book and act more innocent than I really am. Not really, I just made the request on a whim to see what will happen. I don't think it will really work. Wow, so you didn't hate the guy, Eiichi? No, I never even met him. I just found his photo on the internet. Incredible. Corpse Girl killed with just a photo, doesn't even need a name. Wonder how many other fics I've got here. Oh, you go. Clocking off soon. Talk later. Your status immediately changed to offline. I breathed a sigh to relief. I think he bought to lie. Surely I'm in the clear. But this whole conversation was an exercise in stupidity. I nearly shot myself in the foot because my own insatiable curiosity. I shouldn't have contacted Kojiro at all. The only positive thing to come out of this is learning that Kojiro works at a hospital morgue. I could potentially take advantage of this, but my sleep deprived brain can't quite work out how. Well, I can dwell on that later. For now, I really need to sleep. Ini bonekanya sebenarnya lucu sih. My alarm erupts with a freaking scream and scares me away. My eyes don't open immediately, and instead, I find myself tossing and turning, trying to bury my face in my pillow. I can't have had more than 2 hours of sleep, and now it's already time to get up and go to work. How the hell am I going to function today? I drag my heavy body from the bed and slide into the pair of slippers resting on the floor. I yawn and stretch and leave my bedroom. I stand in the kitchenette, connected to the living room for a few moments, completely absent-minded. I open the refrigerator and stare blankly at the dismal content. Small tip of peach yogurt sits on the top shelf, and a half-empty jug of oolong tea. Nih, ada oolong tea cuy. Rests at the bottom. I grab the yogurt and peel off the lid. Without even fetching a spoon, I simply pour a little into my mouth. I consume about half of the tiny portion and wipe my mouth before throwing the leftover in the trash can. Whoa, oolong tea. That will be enough to spike my energy for the morning. When you normally run on an empty stomach, any amount of calories can work as a pick-me-up. I make a mental note to collect 2 or 3 cans of coffee from the convenience store on my way to work. They should carry me through the rest of the day. The rest of the early morning is spent applying makeup and getting dressed. I'm out the door at the same time as every other day. To stop myself from nodding off at my desk, I decide to rearrange my personal effect. Having something to focus on is a great way to fight off sleep. Unlike the other employees here, I don't tend to keep too much at my workspace, yet it still manages to feel cluttered somehow. Next to my computer monitors are 3 little figurines that I collected from Toy Capsule Machine. They're a set of anthropomorphic coffee cans that were released as a promotional campaign for my favorite coffee brand. Each figure is about the size of my thumb. They're cute little things, and when you put a coin into the capsule machine, you never know which character you're going to get. And you gacha deh. So far, I've managed to collect Captain Cafe Au Late, Lieutenant Long Black, and Madame Macchiato, if I remember correctly. There are 2 more I still need to get. But the capsule machine seems to be out of rotation now, because they've been replaced with a different series of toys. If I ever to collect the remaining figures, I'll probably need to buy them online. Oh well, I'm not super invested in having to own all of them. I give each tiny figure a bit of dusting and set them back up next to my monitor so they are all standing up straight and facing toward. P3P gameplay win bang? Nanti ya belakangan ya. Tapi nanti P5 bakal kumainin kok Ecclesias. Tunggu aku up PC. Aku rencananya up PC itu nanti bulan Juli sih. Juli ya rencananya. Satisfied that they are tidy, I took to the small tray of drawer that sit on the other side of monitor. Itu udah pasti prosesor yang di up. Tapi kalau VGA kita lihat nanti sih. Kalau misalnya sama VGA juga. Kita lihat nanti donatonnya gimana. Kalau mau prosesor MOBA udah pasti itu. Maram sih kayaknya. Satisfied that they're tiny, I looked to the small tray of drawer that sit on the other side of my monitor. I mainly just store papers and office memos in them. They are not really big enough to hold anything much larger than documents. Kagak lagi murah bang. Semurah-murahnya barang, bawa kok. Kalau nggak ada uang, murahnya nggak ngaruh. Ya gak sih? I rummage through the drawer and discard a few old notices that aren't relevant anymore. When I'm done, I file away a couple of loose paper that have been fluttering around my desk for the last week. So, with that complete, I straighten up my keyboard so it's parallel with my mouse pad. I give the keyboard a thorough dusting and then lean back in my chair to admire my work. The desk look much nicer now. Clean workspace invites a clear state of mind, or so my coworkers will have me believe. Bukan lagi murah sih, apa namanya tobacco? Lebih ke mulai menormal. Itu bahasanya sih. Bahasa yang cukup tepatnya. Soalnya kan harga normalnya emang dekat-dekat segitu. Bukan memurah dia. Udah mulai nggak dimainin harganya lebih tepatnya. Maybe I'll buy into that a little bit. Now that I can see the effect for myself. Corner of my eyes catch a glimpse of blonde hair, and I turn to watch Tomoe enter the office. He nods at Shinya as she walks by his desk and continues nonchalantly toward her own workspace. Since her desk is in my line of sight, I have the perfect vantage point to watch her put her belongings down and take a seat. I feel a sudden stirring of excitement, and she sits down. It's almost as if I'm anticipating something to happen. Was something supposed to happen with Tomoe today? Have I forgotten something important? My tired mind can't really focus on those thoughts. I tried to ignore the mild surge of adrenaline that started pulsing through me when she took her seat. I distracted myself by starting up my computer and looking over the list of today's tasks. It looks as though I need to correct a few entries I uploaded to the company server yesterday in my previously distracted state. It's possible I made a few typographical errors. That's fair enough. I'll get to work on correcting the data. Oke, dia benerin data. I open up a few programs and listen to the whirring of my computer tower, nearly drowned out in the clamor of the office environment. The next sound I hear eclipse, the noise of the computer and the office completely and absolutely. Terrified shriek flies through the air like a knife, leaving a deathly ringing silence in its wake. I scrambled to my feet, purely out of instinct, scanning for the source of the scream. I don't have to look very far before my eyes fall upon a distressed Tomoe, kneeling on the floor and clutching her face. She's on the ground next to her desk, staring down unblinkingly, her fingers white from the strain of clawing her own head. In a sudden chaos of people rushing to her side, I somehow managed to notice that one of the drawers on her desk is wide open. An open drawer? As tired, exhausted as I am, the significance of the open drawer isn't lost on me. I immediately realized why my body subconsciously felt excited when Tomoe came into the office this morning. I left something in her desk drawer, something I wanted her to find. Yesterday, obsession with discovering the identity of the one who requests my death caused me to forget my rebellious strike against Tomoe. I left something in her drawer yesterday, thinking she was the one who submitted my photo to the website. Then she didn't come into work, and it completely slipped my mind. After she confessed to requesting Akane to Rumaki's staff, I raised my suspicion of her being the one who targeted me, but I didn't remove the item from her drawer. I'm in deep shit now. Before I can lurch forward from behind my desk, Tomoe turns her head to face me. Her cold, grim eyes lock onto me and refusing to let me go. A trickle of crimson blood seeped from her scalp, where her fingernail pierced her skin during her panic scream. Swallowing my nervousness, I break eye contact with her and stare down at the flat object that was focus of her outcry. It's a familiar photograph, a printed image on glossy paper, traditional, old school, and just as effective as I hoped. Though I can't make out all the detail from this distance, the composition of the photo doesn't elude my memory. It depicts my very own corpse, toppled backward over a tombstone, a bloody blast traces across my neck, a laceration lines my stomach, and a knife protrudes my breast. No, Noriko! Waifuku! My black hair is tangled mass, my dark eyeliner smeared and smudged. The grimace on my face is the unmistakable mask of death. No, kata si Tobako. Tomai cukup gandul betul, mantap betul. Gak, masih pilih aku ini aku. Noriko Kurosawa, stoic and unflinching in death. Noriko Kurosawa died atop a random tombstone in some nameless cemetery. Bizarre, yet ultimately unremarkable way to die. It suits me perfectly. I'm proud of the work that went into this photo. The objective was to punish Tomoe for requesting my death, to create a work of art so horrific that she would beg for forgiveness when she found me still breathing. But the scene playing out before me is unlike anything I had imagined. Tomoe's face is scrunched up with hatred, the vein in her forehead threatening to burst the shower, the office with Sangyun, or at any given second. Whether or not she think this is some sick prank is beyond my knowledge. All I can decipher from her expression is that she is likely to strangle me given the opportunity. Perhaps I'm jumping ahead of myself. Why do I automatically assume that she believes I'm guilty of putting the photo in her drawer? I mean, aren't I the victim in the image? Perhaps she actually.
Who the fuck is responsible for this?
Who the fuck is responsible for this? Guru kamu, halo Senpapi, welcome to the stream. Guru? Apa itu Guru? Waduh, tadi kau dicariin tuh Senpapi. Dia ikut ini cuy. Lomba futsal, menang lagi tadi. Masuk semifinal besok. Dia nyariin kau tuh kalau kau scroll ke atas. Atau udah masih kelihatan apa nggak kalau kau scroll ke atas? Halo ngap, halo. William, welcome to the stream. He howled like a wounded animal and a battered and beaten pup backed into a corner. Watching the photo, now torn from her bloody fingernail, she stand and plant her feet firmly on the floor. That fast, turned, resolute bulwark of immovable fury. Fury, that it. All eyes are upon her, a bleach-blonde girl with an antagonizing attitude is the center of attention in the office.
This photo is disgusting.
This photo
Absolutely
is
sick.
disgusting.
Who
Absolutely
made
sick.
it?
Who made it? From the confused and puzzled face of the 20 or so employees huddled around, it's obvious that no one really knows what Tomo is talking about. The photo is small, with her clutching it tightly and waving it around frantically. It's impossible for anyone to make out the detail. I'm bold enough to assume that no one else has managed to properly glimpse it yet. Maybe I can prevent our coworkers from getting closer look if I act fast. Jadi pengen diomelin Tomo. Waduh. Ecclesius? Ecclesius dart out from behind my desk and approached Tomo. Let me see. Tomo aggressively thrust the photo toward me. I take cursory look at it and gasped loudly to add credibility to my acting. Adopting a fake countenance of shock, I grabbed Tomoe by the shoulder and pulled her closer to me. I palmed my head against her, so we stand intimately in the middle of the crowd. forehead to forehead, our eyes fixated on one another. I hope my beating heart isn't loud enough for Tomoe to notice as we stand against each other. Anjir, jadi tempel-tempelan pala ya Tomoe sama Noriko. Jadi Yuri moment gini anjir. I whisper softly, my pulse quickening as I try to make my words sound urgent and confident rather than broken and anxious.
Come with me.
Come with
I need
me.
to talk to
I need to talk to you. Tomoe tense and stiffen, but she murmurs something that sounds like agreement. I pull away from her and grab her wrist to lead her out of the office. Exit the throng of onlooker, scratching their hat and dart toward the elevator. Ina says nothing as we pass him. He just looked on with a pale face. The elevator ride down is silent and awkward, but eventually the door opened to reveal the ground floor lobby. We weave beaten the scattered couch and sculptures, making a frantic dash for the exit. We finally emerge outside into the brisk morning air. Trying hard to catch my breath, I notice that Tomoe isn't nearly as exhausted as I am. I want to chalk up my wheezing condition to a lack of sleep, but I know that's just an excuse for my poor physical fitness. Tomoe is still holding the photo in her hand. She looked at it once more in disgust, then faced me with one hand in her head.
Tell me what the fuck this is?
You wanna tell me what the fuck is this?
Look, it's difficult to explain, but I'll try my best.
Oh, it's difficult to explain, but I'll try my best.
I want to find out who planted this in my drawer. Look at this.
I want to find out who planted this in my drawer and look at this. He thrust the photo at me once again. He used the point of her thumb to indicate the timestamp printed at the bottom of the
It's
image.
got yesterday's date on it. A photo of your dead body,
Body,
as if
you
you've been
haven't
killed.
been killed. But
But
here
here you
you stand. Sure enough, the photo bears yesterday's date. The time states 9:06 p.m. I mark it as much when I was duluan ya bang, pengen turu. Oke, Alicia, selamat turu ya. When I was under the belief that Tomoe would find it yesterday morning, I wanted her to anxiously wait out the day until my death accompanied the rising moon. Since that didn't go down the way I planned, the confusion on Tomoe's face now is explanatory.
I just can't believe that.
I just can't believe
corpse
wants you dead. What did she say?
Huh?
Huh?
This is just
It's like what happened to Akane when I request her death.
The police found a photo of her own dead body on her phone when they investigated
Investigating
how she died.
What is this public knowledge? How did I know this?
And now you've got a similar photo.
Does that mean
Corpse Girl
it's trying to kill you?
ya?
It doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. It's already past the time it says here. And why was the photo in my
What is
desk
that
drawer?
drawer? What do I gotta do with it? I'm still reeling from the information from Akane Surumaki. The police discovered a corpse photo on her phone. Of course they did. Of course they would investigate her death. It was foolish of me to assume the photo wouldn't come to light. Tomoe grits her teeth and tenderly touched a finger with a bloody cut on her scalp. I placed her fingernail slashed in anguish. He looked at her fingertip in revulsion and sighed. Look, maybe it's my fault.
that Akane Surumaki ended
Oh.
up down the well.
Maybe it's not.
The least I can do is make sure that
Your
the
fucking corpse girl
doesn't
doesn't
come
come
to
to
get
get you
as
as
well.
well. Oh, Tomoe ternyata baik, Cok. Gak sejahat itu
He ain't
berarti.
my friend or nothing, but sluts gotta stick it out together, right? I want another cold bitch on my conscience.
Yeah, ain't my friend or nothing. Maksudnya kamu bukan temanku atau apapun ya, but sluts gotta stick out together, right? I don't want another cold bitch on my conscience. I feel like these are the most touching words Tomoe can string together. I'm somewhat flattered that she wants to protect me.
Tomoe,
you don't have to do anything.
Yeah,
I kinda do, you know?
You
Yeah,
comforted me a little when I came to you about the dead
That
skank.
skank made me feel I wasn't totally be blamed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
might not be as
much
much
of
a psycho as I thought.
Might be a heart beating behind that flat chest.
Okay. Thanks. Unexpectedly, the brash and brazen girl beams at my brightly.
I'm putting you under 24-hour surveillance.
I'm putting you under.
Corpse girl's gonna have to crack my skull open
Okay.
before she goes sticking her fingers into yours.
Oh, gile. Yandere gitu Tom jarinya jangan gitu dong, jangan nunjuk dong. Katanya dia bakal ngejagain kita selama 24 jam ya kan. Terus kalau corpse girl-nya nongol, dia bakal hancurin gelut lah katanya kurang lebih sebelum dia nyentuh kita katanya.
Tomoe,
Really, that's not necessary. I can figure out a way to comfy that I'm not actually in any danger. Well, immediate danger at any rate. It's true that there is someone out there who wants me dead badly enough to have requested it through the website. But as far as the threat of Corpse Girl coming to get me goes, I'm perfectly fine. I'm resigned myself to simply staring blankly at Tomoe, the girl I hold so much disdain for. I know I should choose my next word carefully. Tomoe is prone to violent outbursts at even the best of time. Kita save lagi ya, karena ini opsi pilihan lagi ya. I don't need you to protect me, fuck off. Thank you, but I'll better with you looking after me.
I'd feel better with you looking after me.
Kita play along gitu
You're
ya.
damn right.
Ain't no
one
gonna
gonna
protect
protect
you
you
as
as
good as
good
me. Tomoe reaches forward and ruffles my hair in a tomboyish manner. A grimace and bear it until she's satisfied and retract her arms with a laugh.
Now what are we gonna do?
Now what are we gonna do?
I don't totally believe this corpse girl person really exists, but still.
Well,
Something or other
something
killed
killed
Akane
Akane Surumaki. Pretty sure it wasn't suicide. What with the photo and all.
Since you got one of them photos too. I
Since you
reckon someone's
got
out to get you.
one of the photos too, I reckon someone's out to get ya. Yeah,
about
but
that.
How
about we hunker
at my
down?
place after work? Gals night in, right?
Oh,
If someone tries to break down the door to get to you, I'll show them what's what.
gokil. If someone tries to break down the door to get ya, I'll show them what's what. Like, it really is insistent. I almost can't believe this is the same girl that slapped me across the face last week. I feel like we could almost be friends at this rate, but what happened when she finds out I'm not actually in any danger? Will she think I use her, betray her? What if she find out that I'm Corpse Girl? That will probably be the trigger that provoke her into slashing my throat herself. Her as I am, and feeling weak of will, I simply not.
Sure. Let's go to your place after work.
Sure, let's go to your place after work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up.
We'll do a snack run, okay?
We'll
Gotta
do a
have
snack
chocolate
run.
and cake on a night like this.
Tomoe ini kayak kasar di luar tapi hatinya lembut gitu ya. Gotta have chocolate and cake on a night like this. All of a sudden, she freezes and stares intensely into my eye. Ya khawatir gitu cuy.
Shit.
It's sorry, I didn't
It's fine.
mean to.
Snacks.
Sound good.
Hey, don't feel pressure to eat, okay?
I got big appetite, so nothing will cool it. She grins, looking proud of herself. My expression softens somewhat, somehow. Tomoe is displaying the minimum amount of human decency, and yet, very touching. Iya sih, agak unexpected sih. Dari seorang Tomoe dengan aksinya yang kayak gini, ya. Dengan sifat aslinya yang kayak gini. Agak unexpected. Karena kan kita kemarin tokoh utamanya sampai digampar kan. We've somehow broken down a wall between us and removed the animosity that has hung in the air since the day we met. Suddenly, she reached out her hand, the photograph held gently between her finger. Here, better you have it than me. Looking down at the photo, it's pretty clear that it's me in the image. I suppose it would be best to delete this evidence. I stride the photo carefully, making sure to completely destroy any of my defining features in the image. With the photo completely ripped beyond recognition, I toss it in a nearby bin. Tomoe smiles at me and we enter our office building side by side. Oh. Tomoe's apartment is not at all like I expected it would be. For starter, it's not an absolute trash heap like it always in my mind's eye. Iya, rapi banget ya. The place is nice, fairly modern, and probably not that cheap. He lives on the outskirts of Shinjuku, so he has a lot closer to the office than I am. That probably explains why she's usually so punctual, despite her terrible work ethic. From what I can gather from my first impression, he lives alone. A few photo frames near the entrance feature some family member, including a younger brother and sister. It's funny, because she doesn't seem like the older sister type to me. Personal evac decorating the apartment aren't cheap and tacky, much to my surprise. I immediately get the feeling that she earned more money than I do, even though we have the same job. How could that be? We are both simple data entry temps. Apa ini? Anjir. Kocak. Bang, aku gak mau nyanyi lagi, Bang. Enggak, ini kok curhat gitu ya kayaknya ya. Neil Headstrong ya. Kok nggak dapet tiket Coldplay nih ya kayaknya ya. Anjir. What the hell? Oh my god. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman Catholic choirs are singing. My mirror, my sword and shield, a missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, once you had... Oh yeah, you'd come. Rule the world. Pak Roset, I used to rule. Itu tadi penembakan yang di jalan itu bukan sih? Ini mah bagian susah ini. Kita nyanyi pas bagian ref aja ya. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman Catholic choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, I know Saint Peter won't call my name. Terus nggak ada dokumentasinya, cuma ada gini. Bukan itu. Masa kamu nggak tahu, Neil? Bukan Rihati, beda lagi. this
world, but that was when I ruled the world.
Nih cluenya deh. Nama jalannya. Nah udah tuh. Harusnya jalan itu ya. Yang semuanya bergeletakan di jalanan. By the way, thank you ya buat donationnya ya Neil. We are both simple data entry times. We will surely be on the same contract and the same salary. I suppose she's a little bit older than me. Maybe she had a well-paying job before starting work at Temujin. Or maybe she has a side job. Either way, there's no way she could afford to live here on the same salary as me.
Would you like a cup of tea? I've got oolong, green, barley,
Would you like cup of tea? I got oolong. Let's go. Ada oolong lagi. Apa namanya? Tobacco, green tea, barley, and hojicha.
So many to choose from.
I didn't take you as much of a tea drinker. Of course I am. It's tradition, you know. Tradition really important.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hojicha for me.
Sure. Coming right up.
As Tomoe busies herself in the kitchen nook, I continue scanning the apartment. A fairly large TV sits atop a sleek cabinet against one wall of the living area. A comfortable-looking sofa fills most of the room, but give way to a small kotatsu in the corner. During winter, a kotatsu is very valuable piece of furniture. Wall, low table, with a blanket to cover your legs. Setauku sih kasusnya gitu, Neil. Jadi di jalan itu di semua. Sampai bergeletakan. Itu mah pasti zaman belum saya lahir, Pak. It's a small, low table with a blanket to cover your legs. Underneath is a tiny space heater designed to warm up the enclosed area.
I like your kotatsu.
Like your kotatsu. Can't even fit on one in my apartment.
Oh yeah,
They're
great,
great. Dad actually made that one for me.
Your dad made it?
Your dad made it? Udah. Emang iya ada itu? You look closely at it. I don't know much about woodwork, but the whole thing looks very solid and well made. Yaudah deh. Nih, nama jalannya Kemayoran. Ingatku sih itu ya. Even the blanket spread underneath, the tablet surface is pleasing to look at.
It's probably not cold enough to
It's probably not cold enough to flick the heater on. Feel free to sit down there if you like it.
No, that's okay. I'm warm
No one,
enough.
that's okay. I'm warm enough. A memory of my childhood flickered at the edge of my mind, like a moth dancing around a flame. Sitting by kotatsu as a child. Harusnya diketik insiden sama tambah jalannya harusnya ada sih. Gak tahu juga ya. Atau mungkin sudah ditutup-tutupi. Gak tahu. With a warm cup of cocoa and my big sister reading a book aloud to me. Nembak misterius di tiap-tiap kota sih. Menekan bibit kriminal juga salah satunya. Ya preman, betul. Tahu. Kalau itu tahu. Tapi kalau ini beda. Ini di jalanan massal. Makanya bergeletakan di jalanan itu. Iya, tahu. Aku tahu. Kalau itu aku tahu. Kalau bagian Petrus aku agak tahu lah dikit. Tapi kalau yang ini aku kurang tahu secara spesifik. Tapi yang aku tahu cuman bergeletakan di jalan. Semuanya tuh. Satu jalanan. I shake my head. That was too long ago to even attempt to remember clearly, and the past never really mattered much to me anyway. Somewhere has finished pouring tea, so she sits to ceramic mugs atop the coffee table and calls out to me.
Tea's up!
He's up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Enggak, ini kau lagi curhat tentang
So,
ini.
we gotta protect you from
Nggak
the
dapet
corpse
tiket
girl, right?
Coldplay atau apa? Saya tak screenshot sabar ini. Pengen tak taruh di Discord dulu. Bagus Cok gambarnya Cok. Taruh di serverku dulu. For you. Dan, 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 dan. Dan, 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 dan. What's up for you? Discordku nggak. Tag Ecclesius. Okay. Lanjut. So we gotta protect you from the corpse girl, right? Simply not.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hey, wait a minute.
If you got one of them
Photos?
photos,
That means someone requests your dad.
This whole time, I've been thinking it's Corpse Girl that wants you dead. But that ain't
Right. It means that someone else just asked Corpse Girl to put you in the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figure. It's not wrong. While the Corpse Girl isn't actually after me, it's true that there's somebody who requests my death.
So who do you think it is?
Who wants you
Wants
dead? Yeah.
Well,
Honestly, at first, I thought it was you.
I thought it was you.
Yeah, I mean, last week,
Last week I might have
I
been
might tempted to chuck your photo on the website, but nah.
You work right near me in the office.
If you end up dead, someone will trace it back to you, you know?
I dobbed in Akane Tsurumaki because she worked way upstairs.
And we never
talked,
talked.
save
One
one time, and I
time.
found out she's a total skank.
Hank. Oh, so you did speak to her.
What was she
was like?
Fucking slut, that one. We met in the
Met in the
lobby.
lobby?
I was on
I
one
was
of them
one of the
couches doing my makeup because I wasn't in early one morning. She walks past me, gives me one of them looks all those snooty rich people give you.
You know the type. Like, I'm better than you, I know it.
But you know what she said to me?
But you know what she'd
What
say
did
to
she say?
She says this.
Honey, please wait for your client outside the building.
Huh?
What did she mean?
Ugh,
Don't get it?
She
was implying
that
I'm a
hooker
hooker.
or something.
Just by looking at me, she decided
I
I
didn't belong in the office
to
building.
Oh,
It really pissed me off.
I'm sick of people judging me like that.
Yeah, I look different from y'all, but so what?
I got my own style, so just fuck off.
Fuck off.
So
You're
not
now-
a hooker?
Bitch,
Bitch.
you're lucky.
You're lucky I'm
I'm
in
in
a
a
good
good mood. I can't help but laugh along with her. Sorry, I was just
Yeah, I
kidding,
know.
you know. You're not so bad, Noriko Kurosawa.
Thanks.
Thanks,
You're
you're
not
not
so
so
bad
bad
yourself.
yourself, Tomoe Watanabe. We share another laugh, and I feel my tense and guarded persona slowly slipping away. This girl, person, that I detested just days ago, did I have her all wrong? We clashed countless time while working together, but now, we are suddenly becoming closer. Karena kau belum mengenal orangnya si Noriko ini. Karena kadang orang emang gitu, Cok. Gak bisa kau langsung dalam pertama kali ketemu gak bakal bisa kau langsung konklusiin, Cok. Makanya menurutku first impression itu emang penting, tapi bukan segalanya, anjir. Bahkan nggak lebih dari first impression kan ini, dia sampai kerja terus menerus kan. Sampai pernah debat tidak ceritanya. Why is that? It's almost as though some sort of maternal instinct kick into gear inside Tomoe, and she feels the urge to keep me safe. Malah kayaknya banyakan first impression itu lebih ke munafik malahan biasanya. It's almost as though some sort of maternal instinct kick into gear inside Tomoe, and she feel the urge to keep me safe. Is it guilt over Akane through Maki's staff? Is it because she's happier overall now that she has a boyfriend? Does dating Shinya make her less pissed off at the world and less eager to lash out? I don't know the answer, but I'm glad we've been able to set aside our difference. Right, now we've got some tea. Why don't we watch some trashy TV? It's not exactly my preferred way to spend an evening, but Tomoe has welcomed me into her home. We've all but buried the hatchet. It's only fair that I extend a hand of friendship as well. Okay.
Trashy TV sounds great.
Trashy
Let's do
TV
it.
sounds great. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tomoe cheers and pick up the television remote with a quick flick of her wrist. Ah, udah kelar di situnya. No. Kurang panjang cuy cerita tentang mereka berdua. Another dull morning in the office. The chatter of people talking on the phone, the humming of the air conditioner, the tapping of finger against keyboard. If I didn't have music to drown out the white noise, I would probably go mad from being exposed to it every day. I don't know how everyone else deals with it. Thanks to a good night's rest, I've been able to work diligently so far. I've completed a few tasks already, but there's still a lot more work to do. As I continue to pulverize my keyboard with thin, brittle finger, I look out over the office floor to see who is around. Pinya sits at his desk, his expression scrunched up in concentration, and he absent-mindedly scratched his face with the blunt end of a pen. And turning my gaze, I observed the back of Tomoe's head as she worked attentively at her computer. She hasn't said anything to me since we arrived at the office this morning. Since I know that she's not the one who requests my death, I feel more to ease around her. With the photo of my own corpse destroyed, I can put yesterday unplanned even behind me. I need to be more careful in the future, forgetting that I planned a photo like that in Tomoe's desk drawer was an oversight I can't afford to repeat. I need to be clever, calculated, and cunning. Corpse Girl ambition require me to be at peak performance at all times. I can't go messing up like that again. I'm lucky that no one else was dragged into the whole mess. Imagine if I did something so stupid. When trying to kill a real victim, I will have ruined the entire operation. Taking a deep breath, I clap my cheek softly with both hands. From now on, I'm going to truly focus when carrying out my plans. All I need to do is wait for the next victim to come through the website. I'm ready for it. Finding out the identity of whoever requested my own death shouldn't be my top priority. I'm immune to Corpse Girl wrath, of course, so unless someone to come at me with a knife, I'm perfectly safe. I'll check the website request this evening as soon as I get home. It's too risky to try and access it while at work. With newfound resolve, I nod to myself and look ahead to the end of the day. Flickering notification on my laptop screen prompts a weak grin to split my face in two. One new request. I don't waste any time before opening up the detail. Request, my heart begins to pound, and I feel the welcome rush of adrenaline flooding through my body. Dia emang demen ya berarti. Request detail today. Victim's phone. Downloading image attachment. My eyes widen at the sight of the uploaded photo. Two people. Two identical women. Cakep juga. Twins? Identical twins. At that, the woman on the left is circled in red. She's obviously requested the victim, but without knowing them personally, it's impossible to distinguish between the two. They both have the same stunning features. Lustrous hair, contagious smile. This is truly an interesting request. I immediately jump to the conclusion that one twin wants the other dead. Not true. That's not the only possibility, but I would like to think it's the case. Makes it exciting. Menarik. This type of requests only serve to reinforce my resolve. I can't wait to start ouching out the victim's eye. He will leave behind a truly beautiful corpse. Yeah, cakep deh. As I wait for my secret weapon, the database of the deceased to load up, my phone tingles beside me on the couch. It's a noise message from none other than Kojiro. Hey, are you there? About last time. Hi. Hey, that guy, Eiichi Hanada, gone today. Is that so? Where did he go? Cremated. Family didn't collect him. Limited space, you know how it is. I don't quite know why Kojiro decided to tell me this. I suppose he'd still think I request Eiichi death, so... Hey, more names? What? Want me to look up more names? Corpse girl victim. Sorry, I don't have any more names for you. Game. Tell me if you request more death. Oh, and do you know her identity? Who? Corpse girl? Yes. No, sorry, I don't know who she is. Okay, is it you? Jeez, are we back to this again? No, it's not me. I'm not as clever as all that. Okay, how does she kill? Not sure. Okay, what do you know, lol? All I know is the victim received a photo of their own corpse before they die. Everyone's know that. My dog know that. Aduh, kacamata ku sampai nabrak mic, yo. What the hell? It's her calling card. She had a request fulfilled. Tell me more. I don't know what else to tell you. Lame. Okay, by the way, I saw the photo. What photo? Eiichi Hanada on his phone. Calling card. Oh, did Kojiro see it? Sure, he deals with dead bodies. But surely personal possession are removed from the deceased before they enter morgue. I need to play it cool here and not to invite any more suspicion before myself. Are you talking about photo? That corpse girl supposedly sent her victim. Yes. Funny thing, was definitely the guy, but photo didn't match cost staff. Photo didn't match the cost of staff. I remember crafting Eiichi Hanada's photo. Of course, it wasn't all that long ago. I used a base of image of a corpse with dismembered legs hanging over a power line. It was a memorable image. After all, it made a fearsome sight, but it's nothing that could be easily replicated by suicide or by murder, for that matter. I never really expected Eiichi to wind up looking like the photo. From what I read in the obituary, he died in a traffic accident. He must have been driving, or or he was a pedestrian. Either way, it was like a collision with a vehicle. For starters, Cadaver still has both legs. No legs in the photos. Did you know that? No, I don't know. I haven't seen the photo you're talking about. You haven't? Interesting. The corpse girl doesn't share with the requester. Hang on. Okay. So only the victim sees the photo. Here. Kojiro shared the photo in the chat. Sure enough, it's a snapshot of the corpse photo I produced of F4 for Eiichi Hanada. He must have copied from the victim's phone. The photo from corpse girl compared to this. Another photo is shared in the chat. This one I haven't seen before. Eiichi Hanada's true corpse rolled forward in the driver's seat of a wrecked car. Seeing a genie corpse photo doesn't come as much of a surprise to me. After all, I've spent countless hours trawling through the database of disease. I've seen more than my fair share of great life. There's not too much blood in this photo. It's kind of lame compared to the gorgeous rendition of his death that I lovingly crafted. It's still not entirely evident what led to Eiichi's car's collision. This is very well could have been a genie accident. For my own ego, I have to at least pretend the corpse girl had a hand in it. But the real death doesn't match corpse girl photo at all. Why do you think that is? I feel pretty clever and manipulative by putting the question on Kojiro. I want to lessen the suspicion of my true involvement as much as possible. You're asking me? Some theorists. Corpse skull photo is a scare tactic, nothing more, but don't know where the photo comes from. Convince the victim to kill themselves. What the hell? How could this very first theory be right on the money? Who is this guy? Is he stalking me or something? Does he actually know the truth? Bisa jadi. Second theory, corpse skull comes after victims, but a genie accident happened first. Eiichi Hanada died before she got to him. Second theory is off the mark, but I can see why he came to that conclusion. Regardless, this is the theory I want him to believe. I think the second theory is most likely. Why would someone kill themselves from seeing a photo? Adopting my own method like this leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Not that simple. Photo is personal and time-stamped. Add urgency, realism could be effective, especially in someone anxious or gullible. He's right, of course. Although causing death in this manner was never my intention when I first started Corpse Skull website. It's a possibility that did occur to me when Ruri Hatano died. Wait a minute, how did you even get the 2 photos? No, now she asks. Always on scene like to share. More morbid the better. That guy with corpse photo on his phone fits the bill. They sent me both photos. We played spot the difference. Oh, disgusting. I never knew the police could be so disrespectful to the death. Well, I can't really talk, at the very least, I'm not in that line of work. Anyway, coffee? Huh? Get coffee with me? Yes or no? Unbelievable, these guys want to meet up and grab coffee. Has this conversation really given him the feeling that I am interested in him? Does he think we've bonded over a discussion of dead bodies? I'm about to tell him no, but some part of me hesitates and holds my finger. Ojiro has connection to Morgue, all this. Not inconceivable that he might be useful tool. That he might be a useful tool in the future. At this stage, I'm about 80% sure he doesn't know my true identity. It might be safe to meet up with him. On the other hand, I get the impression that even if he knew who I really am, he would only be impressed. Gamble, it could be beneficial, it could be, or it could lead to me being caught out. I might even get arrested for my involvement in 3 deaths. So, is what I'm doing really illegal? Illegal? I'm not sure. I don't think a jury will take my side. That's why I have to err on the side of auction at all times. Ojiro. Okay, let's meet. I type the words and hit send before I have any more second thought. Might be a fatal mistake, but if I'm clever enough, I can wrap him around my finger and utilize his connection. Oh, message you tomorrow. Bye. Ojiro's status immediately changed to offline. I rest my phone on the couch. Look back to the laptop screen in front of me. Smiling, beautiful face. 2 identical women stare back at me. Menurutku ya, Kojiro cowok ini itu malah kayak detektif malah jatuhnya, dan dia itu lagi ngesuspek si ini dan emang pengen nangkep dia, cuma masih play along gitu. Kabar, minum dulu, jangan lupa minum ya teman-teman ya. Okay. Oh, that's right. I was about to start working on this most interesting request. I still have plenty of time before I need to get to sleep. With this thought in mind, I set about my task in high spirit. Wih. Let's go. Keren banget nih buat di screenshot. Tiny balcony building out from the side of my apartment. Nothing like it was advertised in the real estate listing. When I first saw the misleading photos, I thought it would be spacious and bright. An open air hideaway that I could use to get some fresh air and improve my health. I wanted to set up a tiny garden and grow some plants. Nothing that will require a lot of work, but something that will occupy my spare time. In reality, the balcony is a depressing amalgamation of steel and concrete that saps away and desire to stand upon it. It rests in the eternal shadow of surrounding building and manages to catch the sun rays for about 4 minutes every day. It's an understatement to say I was disappointed when I ventured out upon it for the first time. Suppose, if nothing else, it's a good vantage point for looking out over the city, but that's the only positive thing I have to say about it. As I stand here with my back against the railing, calmly sipping a lukewarm mug of green tea. Kenapa greennya dibikin merah ya? I breathe a heavy sigh. I should be at the office. I should be tapping away at my keyboard, getting through the backlog of work. That has accumulated this week. Instead, I'm here at home, tired and strained and wearing thin at the seams. I called in sick this morning. I don't know if my supervisor bought the lie. He did tell me to stay home and feel better, so that's what I've been trying to do. It's my own fault I feel this way. It's my own fault that I stayed up until 4 a.m. again. No, that a lack of sleep exacerbates my condition. I know that skipping meals and refusing to take medication makes me feel this way. I know that I do this to myself. I know. This is me. This is what I do to myself as I try to take on each day. This is the way I stretch myself thin, for no reason other than because some days I don't want to be better. I just want to be. I want to stay up late and work on corpuscle requests. My body's need for sleep doesn't come from my ambition. I want to eat only when necessary because when I'm slim, I look beautiful. I want to be beautiful just like her. Her who? I want to skip my medication because taking the same pill every day is a hassle and expensive. I question whether I really need them anymore. I can just stay at home like this. I don't need the medication. I even came out to the balcony and counts as being outside. So why do I need to take the pills? True, when I skip a few days, I end up like this. I try to convince myself that I'm fine, that I'm fixed. Like I was some broken thing that has been magically repaired. Okay, kok jadi gini tiba-tiba? But I end up staying inside all the day with the curtain shut and my eyes locked on a screen. I know that when I stay on top of my medication, I can go to work and the park and the library without a second thought. I can get on the train and not worry about strangers breathing on me or touching me. I can go to the convenience and leisurely look around. I even went to that restaurant last week and read a book while eating dinner. No one even tried to cut me or abduct me. And no one tried to strangle themselves in front of me and Yuriko. Can I really only go out and do those normal things because of some tiny pills that a doctor said I need? Or can I do things because I'm actually better now? Ini dia lebih ke lagi self-reflection ini. Jadi kita bisa assume dia emang udah mental illness before dia coba bikin corpse girl-nya. Terus dia mencoba mengconvince dia baik-baik saja. Terus masalah ini just like her, kayak siapa gitu yang cakepnya itu. Dia nggak mau makan karena dia pengen terlihat cakep katanya, kurus. Terus dia nggak mau katanya dia juga malas tidur lah hitungannya. Dia mau ngerjain si corpse girl requestnya karena dia lebih pengen tentang ambisi, dan tidur itu bukan salah satu ambisinya katanya. Oke, jadi dia tadinya minum medication ya, minum pil. Maybe I was never unwell in the first place. Not irrational, caution, careful and concerned. I realized that my mug is empty when I bring to my lips and taste nothing but slight waxy, unpleasant sensation of smudged lipstick. Well, I've been outside for long enough anyway. I'll go inside since it's getting late, because I have the feeling that someone on the street below has been watching me and is waiting to climb up onto my balcony. Wait, aku tahu bentar. Okay, I'm back. I enter my apartment, set the mug aside, and retreat into my bedroom. My phone is where I left it, sitting face up and begging for my undivided attention. I snatch it up, unlocking the screen. I'm greeted by the last web page I left open. It's my custom-made news alert or obituaries. From tomorrow morning, I'll be anxiously awaiting news of my latest victim's fate. I timestamp the photo with tomorrow's date, June 9:01 a.m. The unlucky twin has already received the photo. I sent it out earlier today. After sending a photo, I always hide the burner phone out in the unused chat behind my apartment building. Getting the phone into the shed this morning was rather difficult. I had to cover up my face and hand with some old clothes I wore, and I waited until nobody was inside before dashing as fast as I could. It took me a good 10 minutes to collect myself inside the shed before I could rush back to my apartment and lock the door behind me. I don't think anyone tried to follow me. However, I know that I'm going to need to retrieve the phone again tomorrow and dispose of it. I'll check for a reply from the victim, of course. Not that they ever reply. And then I'll destroy the SIM and discard the phone, like I always do. It might be difficult to get out there to the shed again. On top of that, I really should go to the office. Oh, and there's one more thing I'm supposed to do tomorrow. Fujiro wants to meet for coffee. I'm not so deluded to think that I can pull off all those escapades tomorrow in my current state. I resign myself to reaching for the bottle of medication on my dresser. Maybe another week of taking these pills won't be so bad. They tend to increase my appetite, which is really annoying. It's constant struggle to try and ignore the hunger that tears at my stomach. And it doesn't help that they wreak havoc on my libido. I never know what to expect. Sometimes I can look at those photos of Aoi on my phone and feel absolutely nothing. Other times I can simply be scrolling through noise while standing on the train and feel overwhelming urge to explode. What the hell? I do my best to dismiss my doubt and fears as I swallow 2 of the tiny tablets. I follow up with a sip of water from the bottle cap next to my bed. And I fight the urge to retch. I'll take a shower to freshen up. After that, I should curl up in bed and read. I need to conserve my strength for tomorrow, so an early night is in order. Maybe tomorrow is the day I'll finally be better. Ding ding.
Where the hell were you yesterday?
Where the hell were you yesterday?
Did you miss me?
You miss me? Tuh, ini buat seukuran visual novel aja dia nggak terlalu hening, Cok. Masa game kemarin hening banget, Cok, itu game Elder Soul. Did you miss me?
Nah, just glad
Nah,
you haven't
just
bit the
glad-
dust yet.
It does it. Okay.
That's so sweet.
That's so sweet. Tomoe leans in close to me, almost uncomfortably so.
Listen, have you had any trouble with Corpse Girl?
Have you had any trouble with Corpse
No,
Girl? No, I think I'm in clear.
Well, I guess the time marked on the photo has long passed.
Maybe,
you
yeah,
really
I
are
will
safe.
see.
Yeah.
Thanks, though.
Huh?
Thanks for
For
what?
thinking of me.
Yeah,
Fucking
shut up.
Ah, shut up. Tomoe's face is glowing red with embarrassment. Tuh, sekarang rednya dibikin hijau. Ada sesuatu ini kayaknya. Despite our difference, our interaction regarding Corpse Girl have helped us bond a little. I'm not counting on Tomoe and I having a lasting friendship. Even just quiet peace might be expecting too much. I think it's in Tomoe nature to want to pick fight with people, regardless of whether she's close to them or not. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up quarreling again, no matter how much we learn to respect each
I'm at
other.
my desk if you need me, but don't bother me, you know?
I'm at my desk if you need me, but don't bother me, no? You wave and leave the cryptic statement in the air behind her. I return my attention to my computer and mark a few tasks on my list as completed. The next person to waddle up to my desk and interfere with my work is Shinya.
You weren't in yesterday?
Weren't in yesterday?
Are
Nope.
you well?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. I've been
I've been meaning to speak
Speak
to you about
about
Sato.
Sato.
Aoi?
What?
Yes.
The thing is, I'm
the thing
kind
is,
of in deep
I'm
water.
kind of in deep water because of her not showing up to work and then resigning
And then immediately, oh shit,
I was supposed to talk to you about that actually.
it kind of
Oh.
slipped off my mind. Alright.
I'm sorry, Shinya. It's my fault, really. I hassled you to get out of your job.
No.
No, I didn't
I
exercise
didn't exercise due
due
diligence.
diligence.
I really should have made her come in for an interview. Or I should have spoken to her myself to see if her heart was really in it.
Really in it. When you put it that way, I'm not trying to be callous, but what he said makes
Listen, you couldn't have known it, but
I
Allie
struggle a
struggles
bit
day to
too.
day. I'll just say she has some anxiety issues and leave it at that.
Anxiety issues. Leave it at that.
Anxiety, huh?
Don't tell anyone I said that. I was under the
Under
impression she's been doing
a lot better. Maybe I was wrong.
Guess we all have our hidden struggles, right?
Right. If only he knew. Then again, maybe Shinya struggles too. Maybe dating Tomoe is his cry for help. Maybe he's going to snap one day and come into the office with a knife. Or maybe he'll discover Corpse Girl website and request Kotomaeda's staff, Kotomi, in retaliation for ending his Bener juga sih. Who knows? I can't read this guy as well as I initially thought. For the longest time, I was under the impression he had crush on me. So what will I know? Anyway, I hope Sato feels better.
soon.
Maybe she'll find a job that suits her one day. Maybe. Hey.
Seeing as we're friends now and all, would you mind if I ask you a
Personal question?
Depends on what it is.
That depends on what it is.
It's related to
Intercourse. My face turns up at the word. I don't like the direction this conversation is heading in.
Shouldn't this be something you talk to your girlfriend about?
Shouldn't this be something you...
yeah,
Yes, you're right, but I
you're right.
I can't actually speak to her about it.
You're really the only other friend I have, so
Okay. Nina's face take on a dark expression that's far more depressing than what he just said. I feel bad for the guy. Well, what's the question?
If hypothetically speaking,
If someone pressure you into, you know,
Sex?
his face turned red in an instant. Yes,
if
Dad.
someone pressures you into it and you really don't want to do it,
What should you do?
Say no.
Firmly and loudly.
No one should make you do things you don't want to do.
Yes, of course. I feel that my answer didn't give Shinya the comfort he is obviously seeking.
Is Tomoe pressuring you into going all the way?
no,
No, of course not. He will not.
I never mind.
It was foolish of me to bring up this
I'm
topic.
really sorry, Noriko.
Please forgive my lack of my professionalism. Kayaknya dia yang minta deh. Kayaknya dia yang minta deh. Dari melihat sisi ininya ya. Sisi lemah lembutnya si siapa namanya, Tomoe. He quickly turns and scuttles away before I get the chance to say anything else. What was all that about? Would be Tomoe be pressuring him? Wouldn't put it past her, but something doesn't feel right. She seems really smitten with him. Would she really push him like that? Maybe it's guilt from not being able to prevent his career going down the toilet. I feel like I should try and do something to help him. I watch Shinya get on the elevator, and once the double doors close, I get up from my desk, scoot over. Okay, hey, can I have a minute? This is weird. Normally I come to bar.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Have you and Shinya ever
gone all the way. Huh?
We've only been together for what, a
Wait.
week?
You think I'm
Hey, don't answer that! Look,
Look,
not that it's your
some
business, but
No, we
not
haven't.
Shinya's sweet. He's
It's old-fashioned, you know. He wants to
really
really get to know me before we got down that road.
And I'm happy to wait.
Last
the
few
last few
guys,
guys I dated only ever wanted one thing from me.
and
that
that
gets
got
old
all
real
real fast, you know. Hey, I
Why are
believe
you
you.
asking me anyway?
Did Shinya say something?
No.
I was curious, that's all.
You think we're real friendly now, don't ya?
Well, I don't mind some girl
Come
talk.
talk to me anytime.
Okay, thank you, I'll do that. Tomoe waggles her finger, ya kan? Si Tomoe tuh emang gayanya slut tapi nggak slut gitu. Gimana gitu? Tomoe waggles her finger in a goodbye wave, and I return to my desk. If take Tomoe at her words, which I find myself doing increasingly often, then she's not trying to get Shinya to do anything he's uncomfortable with. So that can only mean one thing. Someone else is pressuring Pinya, but the guy admitted to me only today that his only friend are Tomoe and myself. Who was he talking about when he brought up the subject? Harusnya dia sih. I'm a little worried that I haven't received a news alert for an obituary today. My latest victim, that twin woman, had her photos timestamp set to 9:01 a.m. this morning. If my method worked like it has the last few times, then she would be well and truly dead by now. She should have slit her own throat, or someone mysterious should have come along and slit it for her. It's not like I've managed to identify how Corpse Girl's power works. I'm no closer to figuring out why her victim's dead. All I know is that they do die, and yet I can't find any matching obituaries for that day. I've tried searching manually too. I can't always rely on my automatic filters to get it right. I've scoured every source I can find and have come up with nothing. It's possible that she hasn't killed herself yet. It's possible that she's planning to do it. Or maybe someone else is still plotting to kill her on Corpse Girl's behalf. Also possible that this time my victim won't die. Depressingly, that puts me back at square one. My winning streak will be over before it really begins if the corpse photo has no evac. I make a mental note to discard the burner phone when I get home. I somehow forget to get rid of it on my way to work, being so obsessed in my strict morning routine. But it's not too late. Barely 24 hours have passed since I sent out the photo. I'm not straying too far from my modus operandi.
Yo, you came.
Oh, Kojiro.
Rad.
Yo, you came. That familiar, halting voice snapped me out of my thoughts. Kojiro stands before me, wearing slightly cleaner clothes than the last time we met. Very possible that he interpreted this meetup as a date and decided to wear his absolute best outfit. Smell of the morgue only faint upon him, thanks to desperate cover-up scan of strong colony.
Hi.
Hi.
Can I sit?
Can I sit?
Please.
Please. Kojiro pulls up a chair and sits across from me. He's relaxed and awkward all at once. His tall, lanky form doesn't really seem to fit in with the tiny, cozy cafe he selected as our meeting point.
Waiting long?
Waiting long?
No, not really.
No, not really.
Ordered yet?
Order yet?
No.
No.
What
do you recommend?
House blend. Fantastic. They roasted here.
House blend. Fantastic, they roasted
Also,
here.
The chocolate gâteau is amazing.
Also the chocolate gâteau. Gak tau kalau itu.
I'll order 2 slices.
Oh, itu kue ya.
Thank you, but
Thank
I'm
you.
not hungry.
Coffee is fine.
Roger that.
Roger that. Waitress eventually comes around and Kojiro places our order in fluent French. I think the waitress is taken aback as she bows politely and humbly asks him to repeat himself in Japanese. Once our order is settled, Kojiro leans forward and looks into my
Your
eyes.
glasses?
Your glasses? I subconsciously reach a hand to my face. Heck, if I am indeed wearing glasses, of course I'm not.
No. Why would you say that?
Why would you say that? Kojiro leans back and casually
Didn't
shrugs.
remember. Maybe you had them on last time.
Last time, is he referring to when we met at the library?
I've never worn glasses.
I've never worn glasses.
Don't be sorry.
Sorry.
Just
Making
make the
conversation.
This is great, right?
Oh, it's true that the cafe possesses a quiet, comfortable atmosphere. The smell of freshly roasted coffee lingers in the air, and the display of various cakes at the front counter doesn't make me ill. I can make out the faint sounds of acoustic music in the background, with vocal in what I presume to be French. All in all, it's a nice place. Kojiro choose well.
Oh,
Is this place expensive? I just don't have much money. That's all.
Don't worry. It's on me.
Don't worry, it's all me. Woo.
How's work?
What's work? The
bank,
bank, right? I cocked my head to the side. Did I ever tell him what I do work? I don't recall saying anything on the subject.
I work at the head office for Temujin, not in an actual bank.
I work at the head office for Temujin, not in actual bank.
So,
Read your profile wrong. I relaxed somewhat at his explanation. First, he will have read my noise profile before meeting up with me. That's pretty normal. I don't keep much personal information on there, but it's true that my workplace is listed. Our conversation is put on hold as the waitress returned. Oh, ada datang nih kopi sama katunya. Cake is delicate and moist, and my stomach growled in betrayal of my conviction. Ojiro thanks the waitress in French, and she once again bow in embarrassment and take her leave. Bite? Ooh, a section of the cake with his fork and holds it out to me. I wave a hand politely and shake my head. He takes a bite and looks immensely satisfied with his choice of.
Eat if you wanted. Your skin and bones.
We'll eat it if you want. Your skin and bones. Iya, tulang jadi.
Excuse me?
Excuse me. Iya sih, kurus banget itu kalau kalian lihat tangannya.
Just saying. Could
It's
stand
time
again
again some
weight.
weight. The nerve of him. Who will say that to a young man? Young woman.
You know that I eat perfectly well. Think.
I'll have you know that I eat perfectly well. Enggak, kau makanmu jelek.
Whoa.
Sorry, wasn't trying to be mean.
Trying to be mean. You're gorgeous.
Saying some cake wouldn't hurt. I'm gorgeous. I feel a little flushed and look down at my phone to avoid Kojiro's warm gaze.
Try the coffee, please.
Try the coffee, please. I reach for the cup in front of me. More due to the pleasant aroma than Kojiro's suggestion, I take a sip. Aku takut what the hell takonya. But welcome to stream ya takoya. It's been served at the perfect drinking temperature, and it's absolutely delightful, rich, and delicate. I could drink this all day. I've probably been wasting my time drinking canned coffee. This is the real deal.
Thoughts?
Thoughts? For the first time since Kojiro arrived, I smile.
It's wonderful.
Wonderful.
Right?
Right?
I like your smile.
I like your smile. This guy is really laying it on thick. I didn't come here to be swooned. Still, the price is kind of nice, even if he is trying to play me with the oldest line in the book. Figures I should switch the subject to encourage him to stop flirting.
So, how long have you worked in the morgue?
Well, how long have you worked in the morgue?
Wow.
Good question.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
let's see.
34 now. Started there at 22.
Right there at 22.
Damn. 12
I'm
years.
12 years. Never thought about it.
I'm old.
Dude, I'm old.
No, not at
Not
all.
at all. You're older than
I
I'm.
expected, but
Really?
really,
It's not
it's
How old are
15.
you?
Can I ask
Can
that?
I ask
Tadi dia jawab berapa? 22. 34. 34. Anjir, 34?
I don't mind.
I don't
I'm
mind.
20.
I'm 20.
Phew.
Ew,
Okay.
okay,
Is that an
right.
issue?
No.
No, of course
you're
not.
mature for your age. Or I'm out of touch.
You're out of touch. Can't help but
Wow.
giggle. Oh, okay. He laughed it off. But I wonder if I did hit
Would
a
you
nerve.
date an older guy?
Would you date an older guy? There it is, straight to the point. How do I answer a question like that?
Good question. I've got no issue with age, but I don't really know,
if you're my type.
And if I can be honest, there is someone I have feelings for already.
That's so.
Waduh, that's so.
Unrequited
Unrequited
love.
love.
Something like that.
Props
So
can't
props
compete
can-
with that.
yeah, with
Well,
that.
that's okay.
Honey,
You're stunning.
Out of my league.
Thrilled
you're
to be friends, nothing else.
Not
That
else.
sounds nice.
Matt?
And he raised his coffee cup in a toast, then take a sip. Maybe I had him wrong. He might be a bit more mature than I gave him credit. Sorry. If he can take rejection without pressing the point, that speaks a lot about his character.
Corpse girl.
The corpse girl,
Interesting, right?
right? How does she do it?
Photos, the killings.
All without knowing the
fixed
fixed name.
Wonder what her death count is.
Wonder. 3, 4, if I'm if I'm lucky, I try not to say this
Eiichi
line.
Hanada.
Car crash. Was it planned?
Line. Drugged.
Rock.
I have no
No idea, sorry. But your request is that. Yes. I did lead him to believe that. I'll have to continue to go along with it.
For no personal reason?
No personal reason?
That's right.
That's right.
Brutal.
Brutal.
Request my
Don't
death,
request my
okay?
death, okay?
We'll
Thus.
see.
His face light up, almost as if he's impressed with the ambiguous answer. Excited,
Maybe I
even.
should try the site.
Request a death.
Know anyone who deserves it?
Know anyone who deserves it?
Sorry,
Sorry.
not off the top of my head.
Either.
Maybe you should request me. I'm dying to know how it goes down.
Trying to know how it
You
goes
know,
down.
maybe you shouldn't
Wouldn't
mess with
mess
this stuff.
up. What if you really ended up dead?
I can protect myself.
And protect myself and die.
I mainly want a corpse photo.
I mainly want a corpse photo.
How does she do it?
How does she
Oh,
do it?
By the way,
Read the
You
book
You
that I
mean
get.
Strange Flower?
Rainflower?
Bingo.
I'm
Bingo.
halfway through it.
wow. Fair
Very
effort.
bored.
It's
Long
long.
though.
It's interesting. I won't lie.
That's it. It's interesting, I won't lie.
Bill Sinclair is a sicko.
Nobel Sinclair is a psycho,
Right.
right?
He's not all there.
He's not all
Halfway
there.
through, huh? Has he dined with the dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
Who is
was
it? His school teacher, I
He
think.
dug up her body 2 days,
2 days
after she
after she-
died, and then
And
dressed her in his mother's
Sunday's.
Took the
Yeah.
corpse out for Italian?
Took the corpse out for Italian. I can imagine the waiters.
Classic.
Classic. Kojiro seems to really enjoy reminiscing about the book. Story is definitely interesting, but the way he's laughing at it makes me a little worried. Then again, the guy who works in Margue, so maybe the whole scenario is just comical to him.
That's it there.
That's it then. It takes me a second to realize what he's pointing to. Sure enough, the book in question is sticking out of the topic of my book.
Pass it here. I want to show you a funny passage.
I'm not enriched for the book. I pulled a massive tome from my handbag and a fair of amount effort. The book comes free, but it's snagged on the bag zipper and caused some of the contents to fly out. Whoa. A few personal belongings fall to the floor with a clatter. I notice my lipstick, my lip gloss, my notepad, and pen hit the cafe's tiled floor. Kojiro comes around to my side of the table and helped me pick up my thing. He pauses when his hand grapples with another book that has fallen underneath. Rain's flower.
Pose photography?
Pose photography? What is this? I quickly reach for the book and try to snatch it from him. His
It's nothing.
It's nothing. Kojiro is quick. He's instinctively avoid my desperate grab. He holds the book aloft and continue reading the cover.
English?
A comprehensive history of
photo
manipulation. Return to his seat and flip through the pages as I finish packing my belongings away. I bow my head silently, waiting for his judgment.
You can read this?
Yo, you can read
Only a
this?
little.
Only a
Oh,
little.
this is tough. My English isn't
I'm
good.
good.
Thought it was
Let's
French
try
at first.
first.
He's
Kojiro suddenly snapped the book close and looked at
figured
me.
it out.
Figure it out. I braced myself for his inevitable accusation.
Corpse girl fakes the photos.
Corpse girl fakes the
photos
photo.
aren't from the future.
Photos aren't
Like that was ever possible.
like that was ever possible.
Photo is fake.
Timestamp is he's correct, but will he go back, assuming that I'm corpse girl?
Why do you have this book?
Hey, why do you have this book?
You
Are editing photos?
I mean, I
I have
have
an interest in it, but that's all.
This book is old.
Not the
techniques
technique
are
are
useful
useful
still.
anymore.
It's interesting.
No, it's
My
interesting.
theory. Thoughts?
About corpse girl faking
Taking
the
photos? Bingo.
I don't know.
I don't know, sure, it's possible.
It's possible.
But can anyone fake a
Can
photo so
anyone fake a photo
realistically?
so realistically?
Realistically.
Do you know her
Do you
photo
know her
are
photos
realistic?
realistic?
Thinking quickly, I snapped back with an answer.
You sent me that copy of Eiji Hanada's corpse photo. The one Corpse
Corpse
Girl
Girl
apparently...
apparently parties.
It was good, right?
Pretty
Very
convincing.
Is photo manipulation that good?
Photo manipulation.
I suppose.
Oh, if someone skilled enough was doing
If
it.
it's not photo manipulation, then
And one more
thing.
theory.
What is it?
What
Maybe
is
the
it?
subject in the photo is a corpse.
Hmm.
I'm confused. Of course it's a corpse. What's your point?
What's your point?
Sorry, hear me out. It's a photo of a real corpse.
It's not a
Corpse
victim
Girl
corpse.
acquires a real corpse, dresses it up, just like in Strange Flower.
Benar
She
juga.
makes it look like the Vic. It's convincing because
And
it's
just
real.
no photo manipulation.
Huh,
I see. Immediately my mind started to kick into high gear. Ojiro has unknowingly present me with an unprecedented idea. What if Corpse Girl does get real corpses? What if she dressed them up, wound them, makes them look like a carbon copy of the victim? Then she hold a photography session to capture a magic. The realism will be amazing. It will be way more convincing than manipulating a photo, even though I've become pretty good at that. It will be the next step up in realism. It's sure to convince victim to kill themselves. Corpse Girl victim can be relied upon to kill themselves, and I don't have to continually question the cause of death. I wouldn't need to worry about whether some mysterious third party is wandering around playing people on Corpse Girl's behalf. All of death will be caused by suicide. It will be predictable. Consequering victims will simply be a matter of forging convincing enough corpse replica. But the legwork involved in acquiring corpses will be... That's it. Okay, the answer is sitting right in front of me with a smudge of chocolate cake on his chin and an empty coffee cup resting in his hand.
Say,
Okay.
hypothetically, would it be legal ramifications aside, could she possibly have a source of cadavers to desecrate at will?
To desecrate at will?
Yeah,
It's not possible.
Take someone like me. I have the more.
Take someone like me. I have
I'm
the
there
more.
alone mostly.
I'm there alone mostly.
Someone like Corpse Girl makes me an offer. I'd give away spare corpses, no problem.
Someone like Corpse Girl makes me an offer. Give away spare corpse, no problem.
Of course, I could
get busted.
It's not about losing my
Losing
job. I'm
not going to prison.
The price would have to be right.
Price will have to be.
That's just me. Employees
Price
and
in
other
other
morgues,
morgues.
well,
Can't
can't
speak
speak.
for it.
Interesting.
First thing.
So you would willingly work with Corpse Girl if the price
Price
was
was
right?
right.
I've said it
But,
before. Big fan.
Big
I
fan.
support her work.
It's fascinating.
Fascinating. If she really is using cadavers to make photos.
If she
then,
really is using cadavers to make photos,
well, I'm offended she didn't come to me for help.
then. Well, I'm offended she didn't come to me for help. Hahaha. Would lucu. But welcome to the stream ya si biru ya. This is amazing. I never imagined this meeting could be so creative. If I want to get my hand on all corpses I'll ever need, I can just ask him, here and now. I find myself breathing heavily, and I notice that my cheeks are warm and my head feels slightly airy. All comes down to whether or not I really want to step up my game. Way things are, well, the twin woman, my latest victim, doesn't seem to have given up the ghost. Maybe I'm being impatient, or maybe my word just isn't as convincing and powerful as I want it to be. Then there are the case of the previous victim, Akane Surumaki killed herself There's no doubt about it. But Eiichi Hanada, it's highly possible his car wreck truly was accidental. I may not have had a hand in that after all. Ruri Hatano, my first ever conquest, because of her death, still eludes me. There's no way she could have killed herself. The position her body was discovered in is the whole reason that I started suspecting someone else involvement in the first place after all. Oh, there's one definite suicide, one potential murder, one death that was an accident, traffic collision that happened to coincide with the date I wanted the victim to die. Statistically, there's no way to know how corpse girl power actually works. Almost like death are just caused at random, and when you pile in the countless failures I've encountered over the past year, well, success ratio isn't very impressive. If I could truly compel victim to simply kill themselves, then it will take the guesswork out of the whole thing, that's for sure. With Kojiro's help, I could acquire Haddaford and made them look like my victims. The work will be completely different to photo manipulation. There will be gore involved, no doubt about it, and it will take steady hand, some makeup artistry, and access to clothing prop. Then there's lighting, consider, and backdrop. It's one thing to take an image from the database of the deceased and having a corpse splatter on the pavement ready to go. It's an entirely different thing to have to drag a body out of a morgue and plant it in position, then take photos of it. Will be a lot of consider here. It's not a decision I can make lightly. And on top of that, I doubt I have courage right now to ask Kojiro straight up for his help. But if I do go for it, I'm absolutely positive it will lend a massive amount of credibility to Corpse Girl mission. The extraordinary realism will pave the road ahead of me with blood.
Finish your coffee?
Finish your coffee? Oh. I quickly take a sip and drain the cup.
That was delicious.
That was delicious.
Thank you for treating me.
Thank you. Thank you for treating me.
Very welcome.
Perasaan lucu sama imut tuh sama. Lucu sama imut ya? Gimana ya? Lucu itu kan bisa artinya yang kayak buat hahaha gitu. Tergantung penggunaannya tak ya. Very welcome.
Shall we head off?
Shall we head off?
Yes, let's.
Yes, let's.
Any plans for the night?
Any plans for the night?
Yes, sorry.
Yes, sorry, I can't hang out longer.
No problem.
No problem, I had fun. Kojiro stand up and conjures his wallet to leave a few bells on the table. Step toward me. I stand up too, and playing my best hand, I quickly lean forward and plant a soft kiss on his cheek. The maneuver is surprisingly difficult thanks to his height, and I don't think I pulled it off as graceful as I had planned. Oh.
Thank you for the date. Will I see you again?
Thank you for the date. Will I ever see you again? I give him my best alluring look as I bat my eyelids gently. Yeah, of course. He slowly rubs his cheek with his tender fingers, amazed that I just kissed him. What? You kiss him? Wait, what? Oh yeah, kiss on his cheek.
Bye-bye now.
Bye now. I spin and make a beeline for the exit. I hope my trembling legs don't betray me as I step out onto the pavement outside. It's not in my nature to try and seduce somebody for my benefit. So much so that my attempt at it has left me feeling rather queasy. I don't know if I pulled it off, but now that I've left the cafe, I can't look back to see that effect. to see what effect I had on Kojiro, if any. I cross the road and a shiver runs down my spine. I hope I'm prepared for what I'm getting myself into. Lagian kocak. Psycho gitu tiba-tiba nyipok pipi. The weekend is here. Oh, kita save dulu biar nggak kejauhan. The weekend is here, and despite my desire to stay inside my apartment with the door locked and windows closed, I find myself at the mall shopping for a new phone charger. Phone charger up on me at midnight, and now my phone is running dangerously low on life power. I tried plugging into different outlets. I tried plugging into my laptop, but nothing I did gave my device even the slightest amount of charge. I thought for sure I had a spare charger lying around, but I turned my apartment inside out trying to find it. Couldn't even find the right type in my drawer or burner phones. So either a charger has died, which is the best case scenario, or my phone has become faulty. I hope the latter is not the case, because I really can't afford to purchase a new one. Getting it repaired is out of the question. I refuse to hand it over to somebody for a day or two and go without it. So I hedging my bets on the issue being with the charger. If I can buy a new one, all my problems should be solved. This is what I tell myself as I scurry through the crowded mall, dodging left and right to avoid careless people trying to bump into me. Iya sih, kalau itu yang lagi rame banget ya. Tapi enggak lah di mall mah, nggak separah itu. Lebih ke transportasi umum sih yang kayak gitu ya. Bumping kiri kanan. I know there's an electronic store around here somewhere. Even a discount store will probably have a budget charger that will still fit my device. I just want to find what I'm looking for and get out this place. As I blindly navigate the area, I think back to last night. Then I first noticed my phone was no longer charging. I had been browsing through the obituary newsfeed, searching desperately for any sign of my latest victim's demise. No clue came up. There were countless new obituaries, of course. This is a big country, and people die every day, but very few match the description of my victim. The obituaries did match photos included, but none of them looked remotely like the twin woman. It was that, and after that end, I might have to just accept the fact that this latest request will go unfulfilled. Accepting it makes me angry, very, very angry. I find myself stomping through the mall more often than simply walking. A few people glance at me, but I don't pay heed. I wanted that woman to die. I wanted her twin sister to rejoice or despair at the fate that befell her own flesh and blood. I wanted her to feel the fear of seeing her own corpse. Although I wanted her to feel the cold and clammy hand of death tugging at her skirt, whispering to her, inviting to her spiral down and down and down and down and down. To spiral down and just die. Give up to die. To spiral down, die. Spiral out of control. I want her to die. I wanted her to die. I wanted her to die. Spiral down, down, down. Wow. Ibu psikopat nih dia nih. Why didn't you die? Nanya lagi. Pakai nanya.
Why didn't you die?
Why didn't you die? My head is foggy. My sense blurred. My face hot. My hands cold. I repeat the mantra. Mantra dong. Through gritted teeth.
Why didn't you die?
Why didn't you die? Why didn't you die? Why didn't you die? I fall to my knees and scream at the top of my lungs. Loh, di tengah mall dia kayak gitu.
Why didn't you die?
Why didn't you die? Screenshot.
Why didn't you fucking die?
Why didn't you fucking die?
What the hell?
What the hell?
Damn,
She's having a meltdown.
Can we get a security guard down here, please?
Can we get a security guard down here, please? Die, die, die.
Is she going to kill somebody?
I'm scared.
I'll kill her.
Okay, I'll find her. I taste blood in my mouth. My tongue is numb. My teeth chatter. I'll find that twin bitch. I'll kill her myself. I'll kill her myself.
I'll kill her.
All right.
That's enough. A strong hand pulls at my shoulder and face hits the ground hard. My arms are restrained behind my back, and all I can see in my blurry vision is the checkered tile floor of the mall.
You're coming with me.
Coming with me, my limb form is stuck backward, and my head lolls to the side. I shut my eyes and let the blackness envelop me. Anjay, masuk ini ya. Bagian security. Changing cold ice pack bites against my cheek and really awakens me from my stupor. I don't know where I am. I don't remember why I'm here. The sudden chill spreading across my face is nice, almost soothing. I realize that somebody, all man, is holding the ice pack to my cheek, and he motioned for me to take hold of it myself. I reach a sluggish hand to grab the ice pack and continue to press it against my skin. The man walks around. I walk around the chair I'm seated in and stand behind a simple wooden desk to face me.
You can imagine my surprise when I recognized you.
You can imagine my surprise when I recognize.
Huh?
Opening my mouth in attempt to talk caused a dual H in my jaw.
I apologize for treating you so roughly.
I apologize for treating you so
The
roughly.
only reason I haven't called for the police is because I want to give you the opportunity to calm down and explain yourself.
Hey, this guy, I know him, but from where? Oh, of course. It took me some time because I'm not used to seeing the security uniform. Oh, bapaknya yang di ini ya, bapak-bapak yang di rumahnya dia. This is Kenji Ogawa, the very same guy who live in my apartment building, ya kan? Sama. The nice guy who greets me in the stairwell. The father of sweet little Momo, Mr. Ogawa.
Ah,
Sorry,
so
you
I'm
are completely out of
it.
Where am I?
This is the mall
Mall
security office. You caused quite a scene, Nariko.
That's quite a scene.
Scene?
You don't
Well,
remember?
give it some time. I'm sure it'll come back to you.
I'll try to think hard about the circumstance that led me here. I remember something about visiting mall to buy a phone charger, but I don't think I ever found the store I was looking for. Some kind of anger or fear or something, some familiar primal emotion got the better of
Listen,
me.
Nariko. I've always thought you were a sweet girl. And Momo looks up to you, you know.
Listen, Noriko, I've always thought you were a sweet girl, and Momo looks up to you, you know?
Please, tell me that you're just not feeling well. Please tell me the things you were screaming aren't true.
Please tell me that you are just not feeling well. Please tell me the things you were screaming aren't true. The thing I was screaming. The image of the smiling woman flashed in my mind. When? Victim who didn't die. That's right. I remember now. I lost my cool. I became so overwhelmed with frustration that she didn't die. As I've broken down and unleashed my anger here, right in the mall. Stupid. This all because I went outside. I went somewhere I don't normally go. I'm usually fine about going to the office. It's familiar. The convenience store is fine too. In fact, my whole meticulously planned morning routine rarely bothers me. Shopping mall? What was I thinking? Oh, jadi gini kalau reaksi orang-orang yang jarang keluar rumah. Apakah yang ono seperti ini? I haven't been keeping up with my medication, even if I was on top of it. Going somewhere out of my comfort zone is always a risk, and I need to start regulating my intake. Taking a pill or two every other day, or when I feel like it, isn't going to help me. Keeping days at a time, and just popping a few times in my mouth when I need to leave the house isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. I need to follow the guidelines. I need to keep a strict schedule of when I take what. Damn it, Noriko. Oh gitu kak. Iya gitu. I'm supposed to be calm at all time. Like, unflinching. Noriko. What the fuck am I doing?
Nariko, you still look a bit flustered.
Noriko, you still
lie down for a bit
look a
before
bit
talking?
flustered. Do you want to lie down for a bit before talking to me?
No.
No.
Okay,
Hey,
well,
you want to explain what
explain?
happened? No.
Huh.
I never took
never
you
took
for a
you for a
troublemaker. Please,
Nariko.
Noriko, I'm begging you.
I'm begging you.
Don't make me
Don't
call the
make me
police.
call the police. You were screaming about killing somebody.
Somebody, you were manic.
You were manic. You can't just act like that in public.
You scared
You
100
scared 100 people just trying to make their way through the mall. You scared me.
You scare me. Knock at the door, cause Kenji to flinch. May I enter?
Yes.
Yes, please come here, Mr. Fujikawa. Metal door separating the security room from the real world. Open with a screech. A broad, intimidating man entered the small room and displays all the air inside. I feel like I'm going to suffocate.
This her?
Is her.
Yes, sir. She's
calm now. The man, who seems to be some of sort detective, looked me up and down with a sour expression. Miss.
Your name?
Name? Gila. Dingin bet. Cara ngomongnya, Cok. Gak pakai bahasa basi, Cok. Ini orangnya. Pak, namanya siapa? Gitu, anjir. I see.
Sir,
If
if I
I
may,
may. Is
this is Nariko Kurosawa.
she's an acquaintance.
She's
Is that so?
Oh.
An acquaintance?
That speak volumes about your personal life.
About your personal life, Ogawa.
Sir.
Sir,
Leave us be.
I wish
I
to
wish to
talk to
talk to
her.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Fujikawa. Kenji paused, his grim smile cracking under fear as he exits room. The detective, or whatever he is, hovers over me. He pulls out a badge from inside his jacket and flashes it
My
at
name
me.
is Fujikawa. I'm a detective and investigator for the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. You must understand that we take death threats very seriously in the police force.
Let's understand that we take death threat very seriously in the police force.
Excuse me, but
Kenji said he didn't call the police.
Kenji.
Oh, God.
Ogawa.
Never mind what he
Never
said.
mind. I was here already in regards to another case.
Happened
I
witness your
happened to
little
witness your
outburst.
Ogawa was kind,
kind
enough to allow me a
me.
moment to
Okay.
interview you personally.
Right.
Right, so what do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
Listen, if I
I'm
were in
wearing
your
your-
shoes, I'd
Okay.
drop the sardonic act.
I've reasonable
I had
ground to
reasonable
arrest
grounds
you
to
here
arrest
and
you
now.
here and now.
His voice drips with pure phenom. This guy isn't joking around. Squirm a little in my seat and remove the cold ice pack from my face.
Now, Miss Kurosawa,
Would
would
she
you please
please
explain to me
me
who you are threatening to?
A wave of dread washes over me as the reality of my current situation starts to sink in. If I don't fly straight and narrow here, I might be in for a world of trouble.
I apologize for my
My
actions.
action, I wasn't feeling like myself earlier.
I regrettably skipped my medication
Recently. Medication
Medication, I'll play along.
Hold on. Were you
Were you
hallucinating?
No, sir.
No, sir, not exactly.
exactly.
I need to come up with something and quickly, or I'm not getting out of here anytime
See,
soon.
I recently
Wait,
had an
I'll-
altercation with a
where's-
coworker about a guy we both liked.
Altercation. The detective rolled his eyes at
Go
me.
on.
Hold on.
I guess I was a
Little
little
upset
upset
about
about
her
our
fight.
and
I believe we are
really,
actually
we're quite
Oh, yeah,
good
good friends, so
I
I think a combination of that,
and
missing of my
missing my
medication.
medication caused me to get a little too upset and say some things I don't
Believe me?
really.
Mm-hmm. And how do I know you're not dangerous?
How do I know?
Are you carrying any weapons, Miss Kurosawa?
Weapons?
Weapons? Of course
I
not.
see.
I see. Well, you're going to have to
permit me to search
search
you
your
understand
belongings.
that I can't allow you to leave until I have established that you're not a
Not
threat.
threat, right? Detective lurched forward and grabbed my Hey. He tears it open and rummaged around inside. I'm somewhat relieved I'm traveling lightly today. I even left by 2 books I'm reading at home. He finds nothing of interest in the bag, save for one thing, my phone. He taps the screen, toggles the power button, and smacks the phone against his open palm. Is this broken? I realized that last drop of battery must have finally drained. Probably lucky for that fact. If he found certain things on my phone, I might be in trouble. It's not like I keep corpse photos on there. That's what my collection of burner phone is for. But there are certain things that would be incriminating if they fell into his hand. My noise chat log with Kojiro, for starters. And then there are those images of Aoi, Tomoe, and that famous singer that had her phone hacked and her private photos uploaded to the net. Anjir, jadi dia punya foto itu anjir. Punyanya si Aoi dan Tomoe. Oh no, I have her photos. It's okay with it. Tomoe doesn't know about hers. That will be hard to explain. Singer, on the other hand, was part of a big scandal a few months ago. Probably half of Japan has seen her photos. Still, I would rather to keep my personal matters completely private. I don't want this asshole looking into my affairs.
The battery is dead, sir.
The battery is dead, sir.
Where is your charger then?
Where's your charger then?
I don't have one with me.
I don't have one with me. He runs and throws the phone to me. I barely managed to catch with my bridle. The laptop, clumsy finger. Wait here.
I need to make
a call. He leaves the room unceremoniously, and I hear the scrapping squeak of a steel deadbolt locking the formidable door behind him. I breathe out and try to calm my nerve. Look down at the phone in my hand and see my mirror image, counterparts peering at me in the black reflection. I don't look as good as I normally do. Makeup smudged, which is strangely becoming more and more common for me. I think I've gained some weight. My gaunt face seems fuller somehow, and my prominent cheekbones are softer. Girl staring back at me, she's not wholly familiar. Is this Noriko Kurosawa? Is this corpse girl? I look like some aberration, some sickening concoction of myself and some person I don't fully recognize. I don't understand how I could have gained. I've been eating less. Iya, dia nggak makan-makan. Maybe the canned coffee I consume regularly contains more calories than I realized. I need to cut down immediately. Anjir. Dia cuma minum kopi kaleng aja masih mau dikurangin. Our taste rolls around on my tongue. I swallow it reluctantly. I feel ill at the sight of myself. The steel door swing open and Fujikawa stormed in like an angry toddler.
Well, the precinct claims you don't have a prior record, Miss Kurosawa. That's good news for you, I'm sure. But it's a fucking pain in the ass
for me. Dia pengen nangkep kita itu ceritanya. I flinch at his apparent anger and recoil slightly in my chair.
You're free to go.
Free to go?
However, I
remember you. Another incident like this, I'll have you in for a psychological assessment faster than you can blink. I can do nothing, but not as a wave relief flashed over me.
Get your things and get out of here. Oh, for the love of God, go eat something.
Get your things and get out of here. Oh, and for the love of God, go eat something. You look like starving child. Iya cuy, dia emang kulit sama tulang anjir, saking gak mau makannya. Tapi cakep gitu. Fujikawa spin on his heel with force and once again, me sitting alone. I take a minute to collect my thought before picking up my belongings and shoving into my handbag. As I leave the security office, I spot Kanji standing outside the door. He bows his head meekly.
Take care, Noriko.
Take care. Noriko?
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't lift his hat as I walk away. Tuh, Cakep cuy. Tapi tulang sama kulit anjir. So much for stoic, unflinching Noriko. Remember, stoic, unflinching Noriko? This is her. Weak of flesh and weak of ill. Weak, weak, weak. Gila, mukanya itu loh, tatapannya. Sumber kesuramannya dapet cuy. Noriko can't control her emotion. Noriko can't face the world outside without the help of peppy pink pills. Noriko, Noriko, Noriko. She keeps calling herself that. I keep calling myself that. But I'm more than that. I'm more than her. I'm corpse girl. I'm bigger than frail body before me. What do my looks matter in the grand scheme of things? Anjir, jadi makin itu ya, yang di kacanya ya. In the grand scheme of things, what does my ego matter? I want to be beautiful, thin, and gorgeous. But Jiro called me gorgeous. It made me feel good. But that doesn't matter. None of it matters. Corpse Girl matters. We'll succeed. The world will continue to spin. And I need to gain weight or lose weight. I need to look like Aoi with her small frame, cute features, and that bust that's too hard to look away from. I need to look like Tomoe with her fuller figure, her obscene Asian sense, and those oddly beautiful eyes that she doesn't deserve. I need to look like Yuriko with her bad haircut, terrible piercing, and trashy clothes. I need to look like Mother, who is just like me, Riko combined, but with fucking eyes that used to be sparkling and clear but now just glaze over whenever you try to talk to her. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the most handsome? Fedelish lah. I need to look like Noriko with her dark hair and her intense gaze and her healthy, acceptable frame. I don't need to look like a skeleton, this living corpse. I don't need to look like this physical embodiment of hunger and longing and lust and fear and stress and anxiety and uncertainty and ambition and exhaustion.
Fuck you.
I curse at the mirror and spit on my own reflection.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. I clench my fists until my nails stick and tear and pierce my flesh, letting blood trickle between my knuckle and drip down to the carpet.
I don't want to be you.
I don't want to back you.
Better than you. I'm better than you. I'm better than you.
But I am you, Corpse Girl. What I always wanted. It's that sense of belonging that I always sought. It's that feeling of home that I reclaimed after home was lost. Her mother moved, and Yuriko got put on ice. And after I found this apartment, I felt so strange at first. This is who I am.
I love your hair.
I love your hair.
Eyes.
Eyes.
I love you.
Love you.
Don't ever leave me.
Don't ever leave me.
Don't leave.
Don't leave. Dia ngomong sama diri sendiri, Cok. Kayak gitu, Cok. I raised two fingers to my mouth and kissed them gently. Then pressed them against the
I
mirror.
love you. Don't ever change.
Oke. Jadi tokoh utama kita Yuri. Itu yang pertama. Sekarang dia suka diri dia sendiri. Bisexual maybe? I don't know. Terus dia psikopat. Anjir. Agak lain nih tokoh utamanya. June. Ini kita end sampai sini aja deh. Seru sih. So, ya. Ini kita bakal sebut nama aja deh. Yang kali ini makin seru sih ceritanya sih. Soalnya kita nemuin tokoh kayak salah satu toko yang penting lah di cowok itu ya tadi ya, yang dari library, yang ngurusin mayat lah itu. Terus apa lagi tadi? Kayaknya nanti kita bakal kerja sama yang ngurusin mayat itu sebagai si Noriko ya, karena dia jadi kayak penyuplai mayatnya nanti. Dan kita lihat nanti aja sih di stream minggu depan, kan kita lanjutnya tiap malam Jumat aja ini ya. Ya, aku bakal cukup penasaran sih sama game ini. Ya, kita balik ke title screen dulu. Udah. Kita bakal sebut nama. Oh, sekarang nongol sini ya. Berarti kayaknya emang mesti unlock ceritanya mungkin. Kayaknya di awal-awal tadi nggak ada deh. Oh ya, tadi nggak nyalain ya dia. Udahan ke bank i. Kita sebut nama ya. Ada Peter Motherfucker, ada si Biru, ada Takoya, ada Neil, ada Ecclesias, ada Tobacco. Terus ada siapa lagi? Ada Jay. Terus tadi ada Bro Ramdan, ada siapa lagi? I don't know. Nobar kah? Harusnya ya. Terus ini Crow Factory apa ya? Oh ya. Thank you banget yang udah mampir dan menemani live stream kali ini. Dan juga thank you banget buat yang udah media share ya. Tadi nyanyi Coldplay kan. Oh ya. See you guys in the next stream. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.